there is two streams happening.
And don't start without me.
He would never cheat.
I would never cheat. Except, I would, drug your food to give myself an advantage.
I understand, and I accept that.
I'm glad someone does.
I'll write it on Blue Sky, too.
Alrighty. I will also go to Blue Sky, which is, or as I like to call it, better Twitter.
Which means still bad, but better.
Oh, no.
It doesn't take much to be better nowadays. Your post has been published. Okay. Now I'm going to get to...
Adlink card. Post. Oh, Cole. And 3 others followed me? My goodness. Who the fuck is Cole?
All right. So what I have done is I am at the Samus data screen where it says start, and I am waiting to hit the button to officially start.
We'll go there as well, and I feel like Fanboy should count us down.
I 100% agree. I had it in my head. Go to a blank file, Beat.
Go to a blank file? No, I think this file is good. Okay, I'm on a blank file. All right, given this various stream delays and effects, it will probably look like I started a second after Goggle Bob, but I assure you, we both started at the same time when we heard Fanboy say go.
I didn't say go.
Yes, I know. I'm assuming you'll say go. I'm assuming you'll say 3, 2, 1, go.
Hit the button so you see the word start. That way we're at the exact same spot.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. Count us down from 3 or whatever is your preferred number.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah, I was actually going to suggest using tank to count us off, but then I figured we get copyright hit immediately.
Also, hi Brakeman, how are you doing?
Good day and welcome to the Metroid race.
Someone should be watching. I'm busy rolling a bunch of people into a star.
I can't believe this is the most exciting stream we've ever had, and you're playing a game we played last week.
Guess what? It's a better game.
Original or love?
Bad game. It's an.
I'm not saying Metroid Fusion's a bad game. We love Katamari's better than most games.
That is true. Sadly.
What does BSL stand for? Who knows?
Bad
laboratory.
Bullshit laboratory.
I like that. That's the official winner.
Yes. Welcome to Bullshit Laboratories. We'll heal you, but only after we surgically remove the metal astronaut suit that you have apparently sealed yourself into for the last 30 years.
I think Beat has pulled ahead here in the initial.
I'm just.
You're hitting A faster. You knew it was coming. You practiced.
I did practice.
Oh, we never determined. Are we allowed to use save states or no?
No.
No. I haven't.
The hell?
I haven't used any save states in my practice. You're allowed to use as many save rooms as you want, but they are not save states.
Yeah, okay, just so we're on the same page. Because I mean, there will be parts where Sax just completely murders us.
It is hilarious to me that Samus's enemy is named Sex.
I mean, it's the enemy of most Nintendo characters.
Should have named it Wasamus.
Wow.
Wow. Samus Waran.
Sometimes known as Whammus.
Whammus. Wait, okay, so there's a Sax and there's a Dark Samus.
Yes.
Right?
And they both were created at the exact same time.
My God.
Really?
Yeah, technically
No, Dark Samus, I thought Dark Samus was a Metroid 2.
you mean in terms of when they were conceived rather than...
Both of their respective games were released on the same day.
Wait, Dark Samus is in Metroid Prime?
Dark Samus is hinted at in the epilogue of Metroid Prime.
Forget hinted at. There's like the freaking it like crawls out of the murk.
Yeah, but specifically, like, it is not a thing that you're dealing with in Metroid Prime.
Okay, it's not a thing that you're dealing with, but it is literally like your suit come back to life and trying to kill you. Or getting ready to kill you. Like there's no question that it is Dark Samus is as it lives and breathes.
More like Dork Samus.
I don't think
I hate fighting any Samus in Smash, but I hate fighting Dark Samus most of all. Fighting Dark Samus is just, it's just so fucking irritating when you are a little Mac man like me. I'm sure if you played a good character, you'd be like, actually, Dark Samus is super easy. Get good, scrub.
I mean, legitimately, Dark Samus like does that little hover thing, which has to really be taunting little Mac and his complete inability to leave the ground.
He is extremely floaty, which makes my life very difficult. Also, she has so many fucking projectiles.
Yeah, well, that's always been Samus. Dark Samus.
So many of them just stand on the other side of the stage and just pelt missiles. And all you can do is run in their direction because you're Little Mac. And you have exactly one means of hurting, and that's a punch.
I forgot there was a section of this where the king just starts speaking Esperanto for some reason.
Esperanto is the international language. It's the language of love.
I don't feel like that's right.
Yeah, it is.
William Shatner told us this. I don't know how it could be wrong.
William Shatner has lied to me in the past.
I was sort of referencing a Seinfeld joke where where the line was something like, oh baby, I'll speak in the international language. And like Jerry says something like, he doesn't want to hear Esperanto right now.
Jerry.
Dum.
Wait, fucking what? There's what the fuck? There's stuff down here?
Did you already get confused?
Beat
has already been sidetracked approximately 17 seconds into the race.
There's stuff down here.
What the fuck? I have replayed this game like 6 times, and I did not know that was there.
Bum.
If you're sure it's full of stuff.
I mean, take all the time you need down there, Beat. Now we were talking about Futurama last week, fanboy. Please tell me the stakes of this race.
There are no consequences. Nothing is at stake.
No stakes?
Except the shame of defeat.
I'll put the world on stake.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Except the shame of defeat. And really, can you take that?
I'm glad my fat ugly mama is
I feel the expect to lose. I'm not even sure if we're beating the whole game tonight, because, as stated, I have never beaten the whole game. Like, at a certain point, I'll just be in totally uncharted territory and be yelling at Fanboy to, like, give me a hint.
Ladies and gentlemen,
like it's been like 10 years, dude. I don't remember.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'll say. That's why you go to IGN and they have like a GameFAQs style guide that I think was written in 2021.
It was probably stolen from GameFAQs.
It's probably stolen from GameFAQs. It was definitely written in 2001, not 2021. 2001. I misspoke.
Yeah, I figured.
So this race is 100% an adult punching a baby and calling it a fight.
Who's the baby? Because I would absolutely punch the shit out of you.
I got some questions.
Does that make me... Are you saying if I was a baby, you would fight me?
Yes.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
That is a damned lie. Nobody has to love Goggle Bob.
Big purple eyes, I'm very cuddly.
That is true. Goggle Bob is very cuddly.
Muppet dinosaur.
I do not respect Muppet dinosaurs. Much like I don't respect Goggle Bob. Even in like the sense of a friendly competition.
The Muppet dinosaur that has like a fucking song where has a rap breakdown in the middle where it talks about shitting itself.
Hey, you want to hear something inordinately embarrassing? I like that show a lot, and I probably could find it somewhere. I own a cassette tape of all the dinosaurs music, including that goddamn song.
I'm the baby, and you gotta love me.
You got to love
He had a
me.
whole music video. It premiered at the
Yeah.
same time as like
That's-
Will
yeah,
Smith.
I'm always
premiering
tempted to
videos.
throw it on Outer Heaven just to make people suffer.
I don't need to save here, but I'm gonna.
Ah, the cautious skeleton.
That's a time loss. I'm losing time. I just dropped like a bunch of frames. Goggle Bob just took the lead.
Just?
Goggle Bob just took more of a lead.
I mean, we started this with you getting confused by the floor.
Oh fuck yeah, it's true.
It's like a freaking like track race where one guy's just running off sprinting and the other guy's like, whoa, did you ever notice how bumpy the ground is here?
Fuck. Well, maybe maybe you'll like get distracted or something. I don't know.
Maybe Goggle Bob will just sort of die spontaneously.
That happens from time to time. I watched him play fucking Ninja Goemon.
No, I meant in real life.
Oh, well, hopefully not that. I would feel sad about that.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah,
I have
you'd
pretty
win the
high
race.
cholesterol.
I would win the race, but I'd feel bad about it.
Like, my doctor's been telling me not to eat so many pizzas, and I just keep eating pizzas.
I thought you were going to say, like, so many and then, like, list one of the, like, horrifying, like, burger concoctions that currently infest your neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry. We have horrifying
You
pizza
have a lot of
concoctions,
those, I've
too.
noticed.
I'm just saying, like, you can't order, like, a fucking pizza that has a, like, crust made out of grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, there's a place around here called Tony Baloney's, and you absolutely can.
That's
What is
just,
wrong with you?
that's
I mean,
just
I feel like
gross.
there's just a lot of suicidal people in my area.
Have you considered fixing that instead of just dying in more creative ways?
You're saying not to eat the suicide pizzas?
Don't eat the suicide pizza. We're saying not to eat the suicide pizza.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess, sure.
All right.
And Tony Baloney's actually, I joke about it, but that place gave somebody I know a stroke.
That's
there's that.
not funny. That sucks, actually.
I mean, it was for a pizza eating competition, but
That's even
it
worse!
ended as
That's so
badly as
much
it could
worse.
have.
You did not have to do this.
You had to prove it.
Prove what?
I'm not certain, but it.
No. You don't get to just say that. I'm sorry.
You don't get to just say that.
Oh, fuck,
Evidently,
I'm
no
doing
one has told
badly.
you this before, and I don't know why.
I'm sorry. I was raised wrong.
I'm not putting this on your mom. Something is wrong with you in a very core fashion.
Oh, I see it. So I'm going to lose this race thanks to like psychological warfare.
No, you're gonna lose this race because I'm suddenly going to like appear in your house like I fucking teleported and just start hitting you with a crowbar.
Well,
You're gonna
that's
be
no
like,
good.
"Pete, why would you do this?" And I'll just be like, "You know why?"
Why would
It made sense in my head. Shut up.
Why are you so good at teleporting?
Teleport.
See, that's the secret. I didn't actually teleport. I just run extremely quickly.
Ooh. Well, that's vaguely impressive.
By
I mean, I've done the trip down to your place. It takes about 20 hours when you're not running.
Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic.
I was about to say, this
Hedgehog.
now explains why he's so into Sonic. It feels a kindred.
We are brotherly people. fucking, where do I need to go? Navigation room. So I'm like way behind now, and you know
I don't
what?
think you are you? I think you're like not too far. I was looking over.
You finished the navigation room on the part of the window I have where I can see your stream,
Fair.
and I just made it to the navigation room.
Well, I
So
mean, that's not dramatic. I mean, that's the kind of thing we're in. Like, if we take a different route, it'll be like, well, you'll catch back up.
yeah, hopefully.
Don't worry, champ. You got this.
Okay, now I just want to hurt you like for normal reasons.
No running. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm on the left. Yes.
And I am on the right.
I should have labeled these things.
This is your right. You're gonna die.
And we have reached the Aquatine portion of the evening.
I just wanted to,
Aquatine will never be canceled.
Aquatine won't be dismantled.
Aquatine gonna be together.
Aquatine gonna be forever.
Does anybody know when the Death Clock movie comes out? That's the last one left, right?
I know that's supposed to come soon.
Because I'm inordinately worried. Like, we've gotten 2 out of 3 of the movies. I'm inordinately worried that, like, HBO will collapse on itself before we get that.
It's just Max now.
Let's see.
Whatever the hell it is.
Okay, Metalocalypse, Army of the Doomstar.
I am worried that the movie won't have any song as good as Sky Hunters. I don't know how rational the concern that is, but it's my concern.
I have to say, it's a weird thing to say, but I feel like the previous musical episode had one of the best overall soundtracks I've ever seen. Like, I'm not saying it was better than any of the individual songs necessarily, but it was something that, like, I could listen to that entire rock opera and enjoy it.
Gargathon?
Yes.
That film has been out for months.
What, the new one?
Yes, August 22nd, 2023.
Really? Well,
Metalocalypse, Army of the Doomstar.
well, then I have nothing to worry about. And also, why has
I better
nobody
pull that
talked
up
about
on-
it?
I had better pull that up because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And I want to.
Like, I just learned a new thing. Seriously, I don't remember anybody mentioning it. And, like,
There's
I
always-
understand people not mentioning Aquatine.
Rude. Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
You know he
Rock
does
and roll
cocaine.
clown.
Yeah, I know we've said it before, but I really appreciate that. It's a weird thing to say, but Death Clock swings so wide with its artist parodies that, like, some of those characters could be based on, like, 7 different rock and roll stars.
And are.
Yes.
Fuck, where? Fuck, I missed one. Damn it. Ugh.
It's okay. I am probably not playing at maximum speed. I have taken aside from having high cholesterol, I also have the handicap of I have not practiced in our steed, so.
Yeah, but like I'm making dumb mistakes. I'm making obvious mistakes. Like you have to clear like so many whatchamacallit rooms, and I just sailed right past one of them.
The whatchamacallit rooms. The atmosphere rooms.
Yeah, the atmosphere rooms. Okay, atmosphere stabilizer online.
Also, I
mean, it technically loops around, so I probably
yeah,
lost
no, you'll be
time
fine.
by going back to it because I went and backtracked to it, which is always a huge time loss. Like, so even if you made the same mistake, which I don't believe you did, I'm not watching yours super closely.
I mean, I feel like most of my mistakes I notice after I hit a dead end and say, shit, I should have gotten that.
Shit, fuck, shit, fuck. I'm not going for 100% completion. I would not be able to if I knew how to.
I don't think I've ever
Uh,
100% gotten everything in this game because there's a few that are like shine spark nonsense that I'm just like, nope, not doing that today.
I don't know much about the
Basically
Slime
worth
Shark, but I did master boost jumping in my practice.
Oh, that's good.
That one feels fun. That one's fun actually. It's super easy. Like all you gotta do is press down after running.
That
It's
is
not
true.
difficult.
That's good. Delivered with the same tone as someone hearing what their kindergartner learned in school.
Like, I didn't even know there was boost jumping in this game.
I mean, you watched me do it before. I say, I just totally.
It seems wrong to assume he was watching.
You could have been learning this whole time.
This could have been you.
Whatever. I'm just happy to be included. I'm having a good time.
I mean, let's not be wrong here. This is we're both getting to play Metroid Fusion. Is there a better reward for living life?
There's a couple.
Okay, true. But it's up there.
Listen, I'm living for the vacation I got in a couple weeks.
Oh, when are you taking
That's what I'm
vacation?
here. What?
When are you taking vacation?
I will be leaving on the 20th, and I'll not have to work again until the 6th.
Oh, very
Oh
nice.
wow. Nice. That's a
Yeah.
good break.
Yeah, it's only
I
a
put
week
in-
long, but I'm taking a vacation at the same time, oddly enough.
Nice.
Not planning on going anywhere, just enjoying life.
Yeah. I'll be hanging out with Callie Scrub for much of that time, so we'll be able to.
Fuck yeah, that guy rules.
That's how we describe enjoying life.
Yeah, okay, you are way the fuck ahead of me. I am.
Look, what's important is I jumped into a cool pose for when I got the charge beam.
That is a cool pose. I'm like, damn.
It's like playing Castlevania where you get the orb at just the right moment.
Got that.
I mean, it
castle.
literally is a Castlevania orb. That's the
Yeah.
only way to describe it.
I make myself the orb. Yeah, I turned off the audio for both streams because I figured it would get confusing to be hearing too many
Chaotic.
Metroid noises at once. Like, even as background noise.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that's all right. She made the right call.
And I couldn't choose which of our precious baby streams to make the primary.
Each of them its own special soul.
Exactly.
Video games are still happening, though. I'm watching them. I stopped playing Katamari to take part in this.
Wow, we are. I'm not going to say we're better than We Love Katamari, but I'm impressed.
I'm grateful. You know what? I'll say it.
That's what loyalty gets me.
Yep. Hey, it's the bad boy.
Oh, the bad boys of video games.
The bad boys of video games.
The boys back in town.
Are they?
Nah, it is.
Fucked up how there's so many songs about Christmas, but only one about the boys being back in town.
Guess you just got back today.
I feel like the boys being back in town deserves to be like a national holiday.
But are they
Let's hear it
related
for
to
the
the
boys.
Boys of Summer?
The boys of summer are gone. They're not back in town.
Well, that's my saying. Is like,
They left for summer.
are
They will be
these
back in town.
two songs like related?
Oh, fuck. I thought they were the boys of summer. So, like, they came to town for summer. Like it's like they're visiting their dad over the summer or something. I don't fucking know.
No, I read it as them. They'll be gone for the summer, and maybe they are visiting their dad for the summer. But they'll be back in town once the summer is over.
Who would come back to town after the summer? That's the best time to be in town.
And sometimes you just want to take in nature during the summer.
Get out of town.
I see them. There's someone in the chat. You're telling them about my secret Discord. That is a total secret.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the person is Kathness.
Oh, hi, Kathness. Yes, it is my secret Discord. What the fuck? I want what? Ah, well, whatever. I'll get it later. I keep discovering things that I didn't know were in the game and going, ah, shit, that looks cool. I want to check that out. But I'm like, no, I'm racing. It's optional. I shouldn't, but I want to. You don't understand how difficult this is for me, Bob.
But see, think of all the things you can come back to later and just be like, I was racing earlier, but now I'm looking at this.
I'm not gonna fucking play this game if I'm not practicing to kick your ass.
But you can learn things. Learn.
Knowledge is an anchor around our necks.
Like we learned that a movie came out. And now I kind of want to watch that movie.
Well, maybe if you finish faster, you can start watching that movie.
I was thinking if I finished, I'd probably play Super Mario Brothers 4, aka Super Mario Brothers 3.
When did Super Mario Brothers 3 become Super Mario Brothers 4?
When it got
I'm
advanced.
curious as to the logic there as well.
Oh God! You're doing that.
What is he counting? The lost levels in USA as different games?
No, he said advanced. He's talking about Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3. I assume he intends to play the E-card levels.
I mean, that's the thing. I actually never got around to
them
doing
into this
that.
version.
Right.
That was actually my first time playing Mario 3. Was the advanced version.
Oh, hi, AJ.
I suppose that fits with your age, so that makes sense.
You know, there was going to be an Advance 5, but it got turned into New Super.
I've heard claims of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good day and welcome.
Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Yeah, I am 100% looking forward to that, like with
As am I.
bated
I
breath.
won't be able to play it immediately, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not. I already hate it.
I was very
Wow.
much considering inviting over some in real life friends to play that game, like on the couch with multiple players.
That actually does sound fun. All right, you convinced me. I'm looking forward to it too now.
Hooray!
The beat as a Sonic loyalist must play Sonic Superstars first.
He's got 2 days.
I'm not like on a clock.
As a Sonic loyalist.
Don't really have to play it.
You know, like I didn't buy the bad Wii U game or the bad 3DS games.
Which was the
Superstars
bad?
actually
Oh,
looks
the
good, though.
God. Wait, which one are you saying is good?
I didn't say either was good.
I
No,
was saying that
fanboy.
Superstars looks good.
Okay.
Superstars does look good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. I mean, I as much as everybody always complains about Sonic games, like I can't.
People just like to complain about Sonic games. Like Sonic fans love to complain about Sonic games.
Like, there's
There's
nothing about
in
this
the world
that,
they enjoy more.
like, in general, like when you said the bad Wii U game, like that weirdly enough was a game that I tried and I don't think I hated it, but it just
I was referring to Sonic Boom, not Lost World.
oh my bad. But Lost World I fell off of. I like
Lost World is an interesting game that I think
Lost World
could
is a
have been.
Fascinating game. It's one of those games where you play it and you're like, damn, this was actually like really close to brilliance.
Yeah, I think if
Its
they had
sequel would
given
have been
that
something
formula,
special.
yeah, if they had given that formula another crack, I think they would have had something. But
yeah, that they were definitely trying something, but I definitely one of those games where I had nothing against it, and then something else came out, and I literally never looked back. Like,
it's
oh
very
yeah,
much the closest thing we ever got to Sonic Extreme, though.
Very much so.
What a sad thing to say.
Sonic Extreme, like real talk, looks like it would have been the first Sonic game where people are like, "Oh, this is kind of bad, actually."
That's true, but like at the same time, it's such a weird creation.
I mean, it's the kind of thing you would only make when like the idea of what a 3D platformer was not set in stone yet.
Yeah, like nobody knew what a 3D platformer was supposed to be yet. So as a result, you get shit like that.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that.
That said, like, I gotta say, given the opportunity to play it, I absolutely would. I'd probably master it. I'd probably be like the speedrunner of it. That is, if it exists, which, of course, it does not. At least not in any sort of complete form.
I'm sure that like
maybe like
somewhere
an 8.
someone is got like ferreted away some like burned disk of a not final, but like of the last known build. But
Like a build that's mostly done.
I
Something
wouldn't even say
labeled
mostly,
for
but has
GamePro
playable
preview.
has playable levels.
Yeah. Like the extent to which it's done is questionable at best.
But yeah, like there would have been like some demo builds that had actual levels that worked.
Yeah, something that's at least vaguely playable.
You get an idea of what they were shooting for. But yeah, a game very much doomed by Sega's profound internal dysfunction at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like apparently the poor guy developing it's like basically killed himself. And I've
Yeah,
never
like
got
him
anything to
having
show
to be
for it.
hospitalized was what killed the project.
Yeah,
That
and he was
is
hospitalized
horrifying.
because they worked him to death, or he worked himself to death trying to get that
Little
cursed,
column A, little column B.
that cursed item out.
Because it was like, well, this is obviously our most important project of the year. There's like one guy who's working on it. He's the only one who has any real understanding of the engine. The engine that he has to keep custom building because every time he requests help from like Sega of Japan, they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they were so pointlessly mean to that poor guy.
And unsurprisingly, it seems to have mostly been a case of Naka was very much unwilling to.
Yep, he's
Play
in
ball.
jail now.
Yeah. Not sure if he's in jail or if he avoided jail just for. But
I feel like it's very important for like people of our generation to have like somebody we can point to and go, that guy made stuff that I liked when he's a kid, and now he's in jail, but not for a horrifying crime, for a crime that's kind of funny. Gen X had Vanilla Ice, we got Yuji Naka, so I'm excited to see who the Zoomers get. I hope it's
Well,
streamed for Minecraft.
I was gonna say it was gonna be some sort of streamer, but all of them who should be in prison seem to be doing like truly nightmarish crimes. So.
Yeah, right. So I'm really hoping that like Dream, in addition to being like a speedrun cheater, and I don't think he's
Kind
had
of a
like
normal
any
piece of
sex.
shit.
Yeah, I don't think he's had like any sex pest allegations. I really hope he hasn't. Otherwise, I'll hate him even more because I already hate him. He's kind of a douchebag.
Yeah,
But, like,
he's just a,
you know,
as
it would
far
be
as we
funny
know,
to
he's
me
a merely
if he
garden
like got
variety
caught
piece of shit.
trying to pass counterfeit bills at like a McDonald's or some shit. You know, the kind of crime that you can go, man, what were you thinking?
Okay, yeah, looking at it, he actually was sentenced seemingly to 2 years and 6 months
That's a
and
while.
fines of $1.2 million.
That's like longer
Yeah,
than I
it's
would have
just-
guessed.
His sentence was suspended for 4 years, which means he doesn't have to do any time in prison as long as he doesn't break the law again during that time.
Okay, so he's not actually in jail.
But we have to ask: is making a crappy platforming game a crime?
No, but most of the other things he did as an executive are one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this is why people hate executives. I still remember the like.
It wasn't like
Time.
for like world-changing money or anything. Like that's
Yeah, it was only
like
like the 1.2 million is almost assuredly more than he made on the insider trading, which is good. That's what that should do. You should like lose
yeah,
money
no,
on
like
that transaction.
going to jail for corporate crimes should like cost you more than the corporate crime did.
Like the baseline amount should be the amount theoretically made on the corporate crime, as well as like a hefty fine on top.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
There's so many
penalty.
people who like get like pinched for corporate crimes. It's literally just, well, we'll just take 25% of what you made.
At which point it's just like, yep, that is part of the cost of doing business.
Yep, that's just, you know, that's just smart business acumen.
Crime is now legal.
Crime has always been legal for the rich.
I'm remembering the crime cop tweet.
What, the cop that does crime? Spoiler alert, that's all cops ever do.
No, it was a joke about a TV show. It was like a joke TV show pitch where it's like, when crime has been made illegal, only one cop is ready to make crime illegal again or some shit. Okay,
It's
yeah,
like-
I think I found it.
It's like every time you see like hand wringing over. Oh, but if they make something illegal, only criminals will have it. Asshole, criminals already have it.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
yeah, I
always
found it.
my favorite. Like, I swear, if drunk driving wasn't already illegal, we'd be hearing about like, oh well, that only criminals
But
will be
only
able
criminals
to drive.
will drive drunk.
It's like, well, yeah, that's the idea. Like, it's a
The
bad
year is
thing.
3403 AD. Crime is legal and cops are illegal. Only one man is willing to break the law to make the law legal again. Crime cop.
Nice.
Oh, this fucking guy. All right, if I wasn't already behind, this is the point where I would fall far behind.
This guy.
Because I hate this boss so fucking much. I'm just so fucking bad at this one. Like, I never can get, like, centered up properly.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I missed a few shots myself. It is
Beat is
built
currently
into
getting
that
stomped
fight.
on.
It's a very annoying boss.
I mean, it's kind of like you can almost see the startings of Samus aiming in later games when that becomes like the.
I would
entire
honestly
game.
make this easier.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
100%.
a very small window. Right. It's just a very, like, of the bosses I've faced in this game, this one I hate the most.
Samus, sometimes known as Sammy.
Sammy.
I think that's what all the cool kids call her.
Blue Hedgehog Sonic.
But actually, the cool kids call her Lady.
I thought that was the weird teacher.
It is. That's what the joke is.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm
no,
just saying.
he is not the cool kids. He's Adam.
He's not even the child.
The baby.
The babby.
The baby.
The baby!
I'm the baby. and you
God damn it,
gotta
we're back to that
love
again.
me.
Fucking A! I should have known. Should
It
have
was
put
all
a
a
stop
trick.
to it.
To get us back to Muppet songs.
Not even a good Muppet song.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Can you just say Kremet?
What?
From an old, stupid, like, online comedy skit, did you just say Kremet?
Rabbit.
I think
Kermit.
it was something that, like, wound up on, like, randomly shared online, like, MP3s, but I think it was Kermit and Big Bird High or something.
That does sound like something you would see on LimeWire a million times. With
Yeah,
no
exactly.
Idea who made it or why.
Yeah, no, and somebody made it, and it's been distributed 1,000 times, and you listen to it once, and you're like, why did
It's
I
up
just
there
waste
with-
10 hours to download
It's one of
that?
those things where, like, the actual knowledge of its creation is so lost to time.
It's accredited to
everybody
Weird
just-
Al.
It's up there with, like, the Empire Strikes Back rap being misattributed to Weird Al.
Yeah.
Or the fucking
We will never
rabbit
pay
joints.
attention to chat today.
Or the fucking rabbit joint a song getting attributed to a System of a Down.
Fanboy, you are 100% responsible for the chat.
Yeah, but guess what? It's not my chat, so I don't have to give a shit.
Are they insulting us? Tell
Only
them I
somebody.
hate them.
All right, where I gotta go? All right, yeah, sure.
Okay, we're catching up to
So I'm
the point
way,
I
way
played
behind Goggle Bob,
yesterday.
but I'm at peace with it. I'm having
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, last week, just to see how long it would take by comparison, I did make my way up to this point. After
You
this,
told me you weren't gonna play on your own. You fucking liar!
you were watching it. You were there.
Sandra Lynn would like to point out I'm insulting Bob even when he is paying attention. I'm the baby, and you gotta love me.
What? Why is that stuck in your brain? Why are you inflicting it upon us? What terrible crime did we commit against you?
Listen, I'm the one that has to live with it in my head at all times.
No!
Okay.
You spread it like a virus.
Here's
You're
the
a
question.
fucking viral sector.
What was the second song that was the single off of that album? Because there was something else too.
Why would I know this?
Well, you can look it up.
I could, but
You're
I
on
won't.
the internet.
You have it too.
Yeah, well, I am rescuing the universe with Samus Aran. I remember there was a second song that I in my infinite wisdom is like, how old would I have been when this came out? Like 9? In my infinite wisdom as 9-year-old, I thought that was the good song. The baby song was like the crappy one, but everybody knew it. But the other single off that album was like the better song. Probably.
Okay, I'm looking it up. Note, Stuart Pankin, the voice of Earl Sinclair, wrote the song's lyrics.
Of course. Note, this hate crime was committed by...
The music video was included on the 1993 Dinosaurs video collections I'm the Baby and Don't Cross the Boss.
Do I have to go to the nav room here?
Okay, the song was called Big Songs. Well, they didn't think too hard about that one.
Big songs for...
Well, dinosaurs are big, right?
Big songs for huge dongs.
Oh no, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
I knew that was going to happen.
On the floor.
I just knew it.
Everybody walk the
I
dinosaur.
just fucking knew it, you know?
You've known me for how long? It was a night like this. 40 million
At least as long as you've known me.
Cigarettes. That's what I'm saying. Like,
What
you
kind
know
of an
what's
answer
going on
is
here.
that?
The timeline gets murky at some point.
I've known you as long as you've known me. That sounds like the opening to like a freaking Toy Story-esque song. Like that's a little like talk before you break into the what's the name of that?
You got a
composer?
friend, may I assume?
Yeah, well,
When
who was it that
somebody
actually wrote
loved
that?
me.
I'm
Everything
going back-
was beautiful.
Going back in time and replacing You Got a Friend in Me with a different Randy Newman song about taking your pants off even if the president yells at you to stop.
I just imagining
He wrote a
Donald
song for
Trump
everything.
screaming at me, "Don't you fucking dare take your pants off!" And I'm just running around buck naked, doing the helicopter and the elephant,
The president cannot stop it now.
That is literally one of the lyrics. Your teachers can't stop me, your priests can't stop me, your firemen can't stop me, the president can't stop me.
President's powerless in the face of my dong.
And then most of the rest of the lyrics are gonna take off my pants.
Just everything about this.
Very important. We're all learning a lot.
A song inspired, Newman said, by these big, heavy, pretentious rock and roll acts like Kansas and Styx. I saw some big rock shows in a baseball arena, which I'd never seen before, and I couldn't believe what an impersonal thing it was. This kind of false sexual innuendo, I'm going to take off my pants. The whole thing was a drag and really demeaning to the audience. He wants to put anybody on a pedestal like that. The weirdest clown shoes shit imaginable. Okay, so there's like 12 tracks on this fucking album. I have no idea which one was the B-side on the single.
Okay, name the songs.
I'm a dinosaur. I can do whatever I want. In a perfect world. I want to be king. Grandma's coming. Stone Age Bayou. I'm the baby, gotta love me. Cold-blooded guy. He's a lizard. Poor Slavs with terrible jobs. Eon after eon, parentheses, a dinosaur love song. Be a herbivore. Snoozing time.
Snoozing time.
Well,
Sounds like
Did
I take back
any
what I
of those
said.
ring a bell?
Nope. I apologize.
Didn't think so.
I have vastly
Everybody
overestimated
does.
my knowledge of Muppet songs. I apologize.
There are literally thousands of great Muppet songs, including "School's Out" by Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah, I guess
And
that is
somehow,
a Muppet song.
it's absolutely a Muppet song. I have seen the Muppets sing it, therefore it is a Muppet song. Alice Cooper was also there.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, though?
I love how everything about the Muppets sounds like it could be a shitpost. Alice
I mean,
Cooper
yeah.
was also
So the
there.
Muppets.
Sandra Lynn puts forward that Muppet Christmas Carol is the best Muppet movie.
That is true.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. It's a twist on an old classic.
So
It is also,
whenever-
I believe, this is confirmed fact. The version of A Christmas Carol that contains the most of Charles Dickens' original text, because Gonzo's literally just reciting half of the book.
Eat it, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, get fucked, Patrick Stewart. Nobody likes you.
That's wrong. That's incorrect. What was I gonna say? So I assume whenever Goggle Bob wins this, he has to play Muppet Monster Adventure on the PlayStation.
I do not
Yes.
have to do that.
The
Yes, he
the
does.
only PS1 platformer with tutorials narrated by Pepe the King Prawn.
Oh, by
well,
Pepe the
okay,
Frog?
there's that.
No
the King
way. That's
Prawn,
awesome.
Prawn, not that one. That's way more concerning.
And
Somehow.
Matt Fury did nothing wrong.
Matt Fury
Okay.
did nothing wrong, but whenever I see like Pepe on the fucking internet,
Oh yeah,
it's
9
like,
times out of 10
oh,
it's
don't
some
trust
fucking
any of you.
racist.
You are either racist or ignorant enough of the signaling you're choosing that I'm a little concerned.
I think the only one that
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
from-
where I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of rules was Warlocracy using weird edits of Pepe.
Oh yeah, the weird edits that are
he does
fucking,
like the weirdest
like-
edits of like memes just to demonstrate his points, and they are so like of
smoking
anyone.
European Pepe the Frog.
Yeah,
So who is going to inherit Sonic's legacy here?
Oh, it's Bobson.
yeah, he's definitely going faster than me right now. That said, I have just reached the boss that he's currently fighting, so
Yeah, this
You know?
hasn't been a shameful display by any stretch.
Yeah, no, you're
given
doing good.
my
Dave.
given my lack of knowledge and skill compared to Goggle Bob, I'm actually pretty happy with how I'm doing.
Bill. From okay, Katniss argues for Muppet Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island is very good.
I mean, you really can't go wrong with a Muppet movie. Let's be
Muppet
straight
movies
on
There,
is
that.
there are
Let's
very few
be-
bad ones.
There are not very many bad Muppet movies. Fuck, mistake.
Although I do have to say that Muppet Christmas Carol does have the built-in, in a manner of speaking, excuse of a reason to watch it. That excuse being it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas classic for my family. My folks always put that on when we're over at their place for Christmas.
I mean,
Just
I don't know what it says about my family that we naturally gravitate towards Scrooged.
also a good choice, not a bad one.
So one thing I'm thinking about is that, like, if I wanted to, I could have come up with, like, a worse Jim Henson-related platformer you could play on the PS1 when you win.
Fuck.
The dreadful
Wow.
platformer Rascal hawks on the front of it that its characters were designed by the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
I mean, if you want to talk about a God damn it. Well, I just lost. I just lost by a lot.
The save point is right by there. Don't drive yourself nuts.
Did I save? I don't remember if I saved.
Oh shit.
Return to game!
I saved. I
I was
saved.
about to say you literally have to go through a save point to get there. Like they actually, I think it is very much built. Like you're probably gonna die on this
Yeah, no,
boss.
it's built
It's a
so
hard
that you're
fight.
going, yes, a boss is coming. I should save, but you know,
Don't get discouraged. You got this. You're gonna kill the
no, I
serpent.
don't.
This is the first Metroid with actually difficult boss fights.
Believe in the you that believes in yourself, or whatever.
Wait, what?
Also, keep in mind, like, it literally took you all of last week to get up to this point last week.
Yeah, but still. I'm allowed to be upset with my performance. Okay, come on. Which way are you coming from? I fucking hate this boss, though. This boss is just fucking irritating.
The ceiling is a good place to be, just to keep that in mind.
Highway to the danger zone. Gonna take a ride into the danger zone.
Alright, one. How many fucking missiles does this thing take?
I think it's like 6.
I have no idea.
Oh my god! There's no fucking way to react to that.
When he goes into invincible mode, like, literally there is nothing you can do.
Maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is such an irritating boss.
Boss irritates me.
Yes! Exactly!
And they actually deliberately brought that back in the remake to not the official remake, the like fan-made remake of Metroid 2, just to give it another flair on that. It was fun.
I assume you'll be playing that version of Metroid too.
I mean, honestly, I haven't played it since it came out. When I don't want to say I speedrun it, but like I played it as hard as I could, as fast as I could, and so I am kind of looking forward to playing it again.
You did it, Pete.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yay!
Wait.
Yay!
We're all learning and growing.
I will never grow, and you cannot make me.
That's fair.
I am every moment a worse human being than I was before.
I mean, every moment is kind of impressive.
I am never not sinking into a quagmire of my own concentrated selfishness.
I am growing worse by the moment. My capacity to empathize with my fellow man is just
I look at
falling
myself yesterday and I see a better person.
Yeah, this is the Twitter experience in a nutshell.
Oh God, I can't even argue.
Yeah, sometimes like Facebook will be like, oh yeah, remember this, like, you know, memory from 10 years ago, and it's stuff like, oh yeah, remember when you used to be an active human being?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh no.
The advantage of having squandered many years in my 20s is that most of the time I look back and I'm like, oh, well, at least I'm not that bad anymore.
I envy how terrible your life has been.
Jesus.
Lame. Yeah, seriously.
So Katniss asks if AM2R is allowed on Twitch, and the answer is I'm pretty sure they allow like weird ROM hacks all the time. So yeah, probably.
Yeah, like I've played so many fucking ROM hacks on here. If Nintendo is like scanning Twitch streams, like, oh, this motherfucker better not be playing a fan game we DMCA'd.
Look, we can play AM2R. We just have to label it as "Do you like horny bunnies too?"
Did you
No, it's on the list now. You can't do that anymore. They took away everything I like in this
As it
world.
turns out, they didn't
just
want to
horny
encourage
bunnies.
you to play hardcore pornography.
Did you see that thing that Ken retweeted like a few days ago, where Japanese Street Fighter tournaments are not playing on Guile stage because that's getting copyright struck with the Guile stage music?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna get us demonetized. Everybody stop! No!
Show yourself, coward. I will never stop.
I'm shaking Ring a Muppet.
Does that mean,
I could
so-
start singing more copyrighted Muppet songs if you prefer.
Oh my god.
Okay,
We're gonna
guys,
sing
all my
nothing-
favorite
sing
punk
nothing but
songs to sing are under Creative Commons.
Oh, good.
Because they're all from Jeff Rosenstock.
Bum 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 bum.
I'm sure I can
Is-
sing plenty
is
of copyrighted ska songs, though.
We're gonna sing.
it up.
We're gonna
Pick
sing
it up.
"Happy Birthday" nonstop
Pick it up.
until.
Yeah, that just recently entered the public domain or something.
Yes,
right?
it did. Yes.
Finally?
Yeah.
No. Because that used to be one of the things you could do is if you were being recorded, you didn't want to be. You could just start singing "Happy Birthday."
They neutered "Happy Birthday."
I thought it just entered because I've been seeing it in things.
Yeah,
Like,
it's basically
recently.
just entered.
Yeah, it's
so
in Trombone
people
Hero.
don't have to come up with their own fake birthday songs anymore.
Oh God, I'll miss that. Like,
I will too. Like, there's just something special and unique about fake birthday songs.
My favorite was always that if you decided with your family that you were going to go to like the shitty local pizzeria for your birthday, they did not give a fuck. They would sing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
Like you go to TGI Fridays and they bring up some like crazy whatever the hell thing, but you go to like, the Grease Pizza Explosion and they're like, here.
Wait, the fuck? Did I not save? I just died again. Oh fuck. Please. Okay. All right. We're good.
good.
I think the game might actually let you continue at points other than just your last save as well, so...
I like to imagine that the Grease Pizza Explosion is not actually that greasy, but the only pizza they serve is Greek pizza. So you just you had better fucking love fat.
You just feel like you're dying.
Yeah. It's like you're sitting there, you're 7 years old, your parents have ordered like the 16 cut, extra large.
Here's a proper Neapolitan pizza.
It's like I hope you like fucking pickled artichoke hearts, because
Pickled artichoke hearts, fresh mozzarella.
oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm a child. This is his mother's milk to me.
Here we go, yo. So what's the
What's the scenario?
Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
I think the finest the finest group chat bomb would be just like drop in, effortlessly drop Busta Rhymes verse and then vanish.
We can only dream of that kind of level of
I'm
power.
gonna have to train for that.
Those Buster Rhymes verses are hard. That is not something you can do easy.
Yeah, that's why you gotta train.
I could consistently nail a couple Cypress Hill verses. That is not a Busta Rhyme verse. That is not a transferable skill.
It's not
This I always
transferable.
loved.
You gotta spec exactly in
because they had
that.
that one guy. They had the one guy who raps in slow motion. He called himself the verbal Herman Munster, and it's like, it's the slow, deep talking guy. I love you.
God bless a Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
Yeah, is Jurassic 5 still doing they still do music? Are they active?
I'm sorry. Are they active? And I'm imagining Jurassic 5 moving into one of those active adult communities.
Oh.
All right, let's look at their week.
God,
We try to stay up with the kids.
the idea of them just being at the fucking villages here in Florida. With all of the evil that implies.
Oh yeah.
They released the song in 2016.
So 7 years ago, got it.
So a while ago. A minute.
Can you imagine, you're freaking retired and, you decide, hey, maybe I'll, check in on, the homeowners association and see what's being decided at my condo. And, some 70-year-old rock star that you kind of recognize as the guy who's, super insane about the fact that, somebody put their Christmas decorations out too early.
I'm afraid you just described Ted Nugent. This is exactly what Ted
God.
Nugent has become.
Fair enough.
He's in the middle of also denying allegations of having, inappropriate sexual advances on a minor.
Super.
That's so much worse. That's really bad.
Ted Nugent is a nightmare, man.
He's an awful person. Okay, no, the gentlemen of Jurassic 5 are only in their 50s, and they do appear to be they do appear to still be releasing individual albums.
Keeping active.
So they're not all that Jurassic.
They've got the power inside. I love it. But you know what would be incredible? You know what would be absolutely incredible would be you move to your retirement community. And that's the retirement community where Body Count has decided to move, because those guys are all pushing 70 now.
body count.
I think a lot about the things that Bobby Boris Pickett of Monster Mash fame did with his life afterwards.
Anything
He
good?
knew what he
or
was.
He taught. He did a sequel song to the Monster Mash called the Monster Rap. That's just absolutely incredible in the best worst way.
Oh
Amazing.
yes.
Let me pull up some sample lyrics. It has the profoundly off-putting phrase in its lyrics, "Rap for Daddy." Not a fan. Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
We
No,
won't
no.
be doing that.
We will not be
We
rapping
won't
for
be doing
Daddy.
this.
We do not want to do that.
Let me pull up the proper. Oh, God damn it! The internet does not want to believe that Bobby Boris Pickett wrote a song called Monster Rap. It's trying to get me anything else.
See, like sometimes, like Google sucks now, yes, but sometimes Google is just genuinely trying to protect you.
You don't
Google
need this,
saying-
fanboy. You
Google's just
don't
trying
need
to
this
say,
in your life.
Hey, we all make bad choices sometime, but are you sure you want to do this?
You're gonna search Bobby Boris Pickett Monster Rap Reddit, and you're gonna be sent to like a group, or a subreddit that has been shut down by the FBI.
No, you'll find his Ask Me Anything, which might be worse.
He answered
There.
anything.
He
There we go.
answers any question.
Like halfway through this goddamn song, I've given you a voice. Now rap for Daddy. So they shot a million bolts into my brain. Now I'm ready to rap like a runaway train. If you get in my way, we're bound to clash because I'm the same dude that did the Monster Mash.
That is-
I'm glad he identified
that is-
himself.
I got bolts in my neck, a flat top head. I'm 8 feet tall, and I'm back from the dead. Oh my god! But yeah, then he got like his last few years got progressively weirder to the point where the last known recording that he did, revolving around continuing to ride the coattails of the Monster Mash, was something called Climate Mash,
Oh dear.
which was a protest song against the U.S. government for not doing enough about global warming.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
good
This
for
is
him. That's based as hell, but also,
Also
dude.
the weirdest thing possible.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
this sounds
like,
like a joke that Lisa Simpson makes about like holding up an album that you know has to be fake, where it's like, oh yeah, no, this is what he went on to do.
Watch when babies and be for vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, yes, this is something that Marge would buy the children to.
I know you like that Monster Mash, so now.
I can help you with a song about thrift.
I'm just reading up on Ice-T's early life, which I was completely unaware of. He is just one of the hardest motherfuckers I can imagine.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, yeah, while he was in the army, he was a pimp. It's like he was a pimp while he was in the army. Yes.
That makes sense. God, what's
When
that
he-
thing? There's.
When he left the army, he became a strong-armed bank robber.
You ever think about like how much that like 80s and early 90s like rap handles immediately like gave birth to like early aughts Xbox Live handles?
I was about to say
I do think
the
about that from
pipeline
time
from
to time,
rappers
yes.
to screen
Did I-
names.
Did I just wow? Okay. Did I just find this area early? Because there's no exit here. Oh my
But
god!
I
I
mean,
did,
like-
didn't I?
Ladies
No,
love
don't
Cool
worry. You
James
go
and-
left, and then you meet a new friend.
Ladies Love Cool James and Darkman X are both extremely Xbox Live handles.
Yeah, this is all blocked off. I literally cleared out an entire area before I was supposed to. Oh my god, that's annoying. I am annoyed.
R.I.P. Darkman X.
Yeah.
Yep. R.I.P. Darkman X.
Rip Darkman X.
X gonna give it to you.
The star of one of the finest films ever made. Just one of Jet Li's finest movies. Just a.
Wait, am I
absolute
fucking soft blocked?
No, did you unlock the doors?
No.
Okay, so you got to go like left from where you are and unlock the door.
I am.
There's like a speed booster puzzle.
I did that. That's how I got here.
But no, but yet go left. Like go like the middle hatch and go left. And I think up. Oh yeah. Now you got to go back up, I think.
Ow. I can't.
I don't know. Just make it work.
I think I actually soft locked myself.
No, you definitely.
I have sincere doubts.
It looks.
I've put myself in this situation before. I don't remember the exact.
Oh wait!
solution.
I remember now. Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, it's the bottom one to get back.
Yeah, there you go.
All
I mean,
right,
I know I've been down this road before.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I'm back on track.
I'm glad that DMX would have been alive just long
Then
enough to
where
see.
the fuck am I supposed to go after this?
Left.
I am left. Stop saying left.
I'm sorry.
glad that-
More left.
I'm glad that DMX would have been alive just long enough
so
to
you
see
go through
Weird
that
Al
wall.
I am as
being
left as
really
one can
Break
go.
that wall.
There is no wall to break.
You're like squeezing up against it. See?
Oh. Okay. All right. That way.
Oh.
Fucking A.
CB, I think the problem is you just weren't chill enough. You lost your cool.
I have never had my cool.
That is, let's be real, completely accurate.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Beat has never been chill for a moment in his life.
Born screaming.
I mean, most people are, to be fair.
that was the joke.
Here we go. Security room. All right. I always think of that 8-bit theater line where like Red Mage says, "I was born ready," and Fighter goes, "That's weird. I was born naked and screaming." But with any luck, I'll die that way.
That's a little concerning.
I gotta say, yeah, 8-bit theater. 8-bit theater's fighter is just the best part of that comic.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, of course. Everybody wanted to be Black Mage, but everyone knew it was
Did
Fighter.
they?
Everyone needed to be Fighter. Everybody wanted to be Black Mage because we were fools.
I had no
everybody
desire to be
blinded.
Black Mage. Black Mage
We were
was a weird
blinded by
asshole.
our ambitions.
That's it. Black Mage people wanted Black Mage to be cool, but he nailed it. He was just a weird asshole.
Yeah, no,
Like-
he was just a dick.
Just a weird asshole.
We must remove the mystique around certain characters. Sometimes they're just weird assholes.
That's it.
What we're saying is basically Black Mage was the proto Rick Sanchez.
Oh, Lord.
Holy shit.
He's so much smarter than all the other characters. He's important.
In the stream chat, Cassandra Lynn 007 says they haven't noticed I'm lurking in the voice chat, but I have noticed.
No, I actually noticed that. I just assumed that you would speak up when you wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we weren't gonna make you talk if you didn't want to. We're not that kind
I didn't notice.
Somebody to say something.
I wasn't about to say it. I figured if you wanted to talk, you'd talk.
of... Yeah.
No, I just thought it was funny, but also the lag from the channel it's messes with my head.
Now I can play more Katamari now that there's other people to comment on what Beat and Goggle Bob are doing.
You've just been waiting to get back to that.
Yes.
Been waiting for permission to play the game you actually want to play.
As it turns out,
I'm gonna play my shitty match 4.
Whose permission did you need?
no one in particular.
Mine.
I'm never going to get
Permission
that.
of the universe.
Now we're talking.
So
So
were
like
you...
the one video game my wife had ever beaten before she got into WoW was Katamari Damacy.
Did
That's
you
a good
beat WoW?
choice.
Yeah, no, it's a good video game.
Yeah. No, we met on WoW.
Aw,
Nice.
Oh wow.
that is beating the
Error.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah,
You
WoW.
got the only good thing anyone got out of WoW.
No. WoW before like 2012 was just a dating service.
That is
It's just like,
horrifying.
I'm too awkward to do this in person, but if we've got a raid we're doing together.
Now
Yeah.
do it in the metaverse.
That's for the only for the people that are simply too socially inept to date via WoW.
God, I don't even want to think about the people dating in VR chat.
Oh man.
Wait, you're not a gigantic
It was like that
tentacle
guy-
monster in real life?
There was that guy whose AI girlfriend convinced him to try to kill the queen.
I love
I would
that
respect
sentence and
that.
everything in it.
I absolutely respect that. Like that is the third ethical use of AI I've ever seen. that makes three with shitposts and Connor O'Malley.
Yeah, can we petition Congress to make AI illegal unless it's for shit posts?
Yeah, unless it's for shitposts. Yeah, that's what we need.
Like, put that in the bill.
Didn't realize that I had to go way over to the side to trigger this. All right.
It'll be like it'll be like medication. You have to. It'll be like you can use like banned drugs if it's for a medical purpose. So if you prove that you are shit posting a certain level of hard enough, they have to let you use AI.
God, that would be amazing. This is the only good use of this.
The only legal, only ethical, only moral.
You have to prove that at least one random celebrity got really mad at it.
Yeah, you have to show Scott Bio demanding that you tell him where you are.
This is the only test we have.
You have to piss Scott Bio off so much that he that he like declares he declares a just war of self-defense against you. And then
use my Happy Days connections to put out a hit on you.
It's like yes, you have access to AI at this point, but you also have to survive being hunted by the Scott Bio fed hyene. So you know what? Only you can decide if it's worth that juice is worth that squeeze.
I'm squeezing.
Squeezing.
It's like so like you die. You're in like the waiting room to be judged. It's like what happened? Oh yes, I was killed by an army of young men who had been radicalized by Scott Bio.
I mean, like, I feel like getting radicalized by fucking Jordan Peterson is more like honorable than getting radicalized by Scott Bio. Like, I mean, at least with that one, like, you could say, no, he told me to clean my room.
Yeah, exactly. I was cleaning the room. I was cleaning my room. The biggest mess in my room was your life. It's like that's horrifying, but also logically consistent.
I have invented Snack Planet.
But also Scott Bio's followers, as it were, didn't have the internet necessarily.
Oh, that's a good point. There has to be like radicalized via like mailing lists.
Right. Like,
Oh,
God. I'm not ready for the concept of mailing list radicalization.
Or
I mean, it's all we had for a long time.
Cursed.
Close. I'm gonna get that missile upgrade. I've given up on winning, so like at this point, I'm just doing the
Just
stuff I
playing.
want to do in the game. I'm just enjoying a video game.
That's fair.
That's healthy.
how dare you?
Video games are for suffering.
Can I get that on a t-shirt?
No.
It probably is on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
How come I'm not? That's weird. I thought I had boost jumping figured out, but I guess I don't.
God,
We're
it would
always
be so
learning
good.
new things.
It would be so good to find like a genuinely funny like video gaming motto on a t-shirt, only to discover it was for some completely absurdly insane cause. Like you get the t-shirt that says video games for suffering, you turn it around, it's like hashtag VG Rexit.
Oh, God. Hashtag Mujahideen.
Video game Rex. I would like to rescind my previous advocation of buying this funny t-shirt I found online. I did
Seems
not
like a
know.
good idea at the moment.
I did not know
Yeah.
how many genocides it was supporting.
Listen, I knew that like Facebook probably took a cut, so that was like one. I figured that was acceptable.
How was I to know? How was I to know?
There we go. Got it.
We knew it
I'm so
contained
fucking
spider
cool.
eggs, but the hantavirus, that one came out of left field.
I'm just imagining like you getting it off of like one of those buy this t-shirt bots on Twitter. Like the ones where like anytime there was a hilarious one a few weeks back where like it was some political cartoon of a guy wearing a shirt that said most racist man ever. And like somehow that set off all the bots sending, I got the t-shirt here, and you could buy from like their bootleg Amazon store the most racist man ever.
Well, there was a
Finally.
what was it that just happened recently? One of the Elon ones where he was saying like he was actually wearing a like it was a Photoshop, but he was actually wearing a shirt that said like I'm not a pedophile or whatever.
I think
And
you
you
were
could-
referring to
Raising many questions already answered by my shirt.
Right.
Sure. Yes.
But somebody made that Photoshop, and then of course 1,000 bots swarmed on it like buy the shirt here.
buy the shirt here. Lots of questions are being raised by my I'm not a pedophile t-shirt.
Already answered by my shirt.
Oh god, I was reminded of a shirt someone made that said not racist anymore. For my money, it's just absolute genius.
Not
Like
racist
just it
anymore.
raises so many perfect questions that you will not be answering.
You have to understand, the white supremacist cult really had like a really great like a luncheon.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
I also like
Yeah.
the concept of perhaps you had to be verified as not racist afterwards.
Yeah.
Like that was the t-shirt you received upon being verified not racist.
Like the way they verify this is you have to interact with like the most annoying people in the world, but they're all like very obscure ethnicities.
If you
God, I hate
identify
Giannis!
if you can identify each specific flavor of white this person is, then you don't get to keep the shirt.
The fact
So
that
you're
you say
saying there's-
flavor makes it worse.
There's like a guy chewing his own toenails off of his toes, and you know,
That's a damn
he's
special
from
skill.
he's from Anatolia, and so you have to like find a way to be annoyed at him that has nothing to do with him being Anatolian.
I mean, I would think the entire chewing toenails off of his toes thing is, you know, there you go. Or is that kink shaming?
Are you
Something
yucking his yum? Are you
I
yucking his yum?
don't
His
think
young,
so.
aka a toenail.
Are you doing this perhaps in a way that dehumanizes Anatolian people? Like,
No,
Oh.
just
You
him.
don't know enough about Anatolian people to say for sure.
That's true, but I'm really hoping here.
it's like I really want to keep this not racist anymore T-shirt.
It's a
Oh,
very
can you
nice
imagine-
t-shirt.
Can you imagine being stripped of your not racist anymore t-shirt?
I would be just horrified. I would live like the rest of my
Like
life.
my
in
life's
deep
over at
regret.
that point.
Having it just torn off of you as you just stand there insulting Eskimos for hours.
God.
And someone points out you're not supposed to call them that anymore.
Exactly.
Regarding the whole T-shirt thing, apparently there was a thing going around recently with the very famous rodent on it with some curse words, very
Oh, I do love curse
specifically
words.
to like bait the bots.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one. I actually used to be mutuals with that guy on my old account.
Nice.
I
That's a
don't
good gag.
that guy. Like it's only one person posting this at this point.
Oh no, he no, the guy, the original creator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody posted it, and like his
I
attitude
forget that
towards
there's
that
real
was,
people that make these things.
and his attitude towards that was, keep doing it, just keep fucking doing it. It's great.
Every time it gets funnier.
Yeah,
That's it. I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
I can't
Chat.
believe Disney is like looking at the notion of like we need to get into video games again. We just divested ourselves
God.
about
Release
6
another
years ago.
Disney Afternoon collection.
They're like, okay, Epic Mickey didn't work out. What about racist Mickey?
He's back.
Oh.
He's back, and he hates categories of people you've never even heard of.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I saved that time, because damn, that
We
would be
trained
bad if
this
I hadn't
AI.
saved.
We trained this AI on thousands of hours of War Thunder.
It is
I will-
built with only the purest ethno-nationalist hatred imaginable.
I still can't get over War Thunder in a tweet just begging people, please stop leaking classified documents to us. Please, we are begging you. And the only, like, the responses from the actual players, everybody else is like, lol, is that a thing? But the players themselves were all like, well, if you would get it right, we wouldn't have to.
At some point, it proves to be an ineffective form of protest, and you stop.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, then
You
what else am I
clearly
going to do with all these stolen
underestimated
documents?
Or people wanting to argue on the internet.
No, they weren't even arguing with each other. I mean, they were, well, like a lot of these leaks, but like in the one that what they were, this one was, it was somebody trying to prove to War Thunder that they'd gotten the stats wrong for the tanks by providing the tanks blueprints.
Which, just to be clear,
for-
super illegal secrets.
Yeah,
Was
super
this
classified.
for a game or sorry?
Yeah,
I don't
game.
understand
Yeah.
Context here.
Yeah, no, for
War
a
Thunder is a
game,
game,
people were basically stealing military secrets. Presumably, these were
Nothing-
people who were themselves in the military and sharing them with the game, so that way the game would get it right.
Nothing brings out the weirdest nationalist sentiments than simulating tanks.
Yep.
No, that makes a lot more sense. Yep. Mhm.
No, it's like I don't know, like tanks, like tank nerds. There's a certain there's an evil vibe there. Like I'm sure there are non-evil tank nerds, but when someone's like, oh
if
wow,
you're gonna be a tank nerd, you're going to be breaking bread with some truly vile humans.
that's
The
it.
thing
That's
about
it.
tank nerds
Like,
is that, like,
non-coincidentally.
you are deciding of your own free will to associate with people who will go to great lengths to tell you why the Tiger was the best tank ever.
Yep. Yeah,
And
no,
that's
they're
like-
gonna have really.
They
strong
might not be proudly displaying their Nazi shit, but they definitely are thinking it.
Like it gives a
They're gonna have
lot
very
of
strong opinions about the quality of Swedish ball bearings in 1941.
it gives a lot of pseudo plausible
Fuck,
cover for like, no, I just really like this, all of the tanks, all of the
All right,
weapons of war that the fascist nations.
I'm
Goggle
just
Bob,
really into history.
Yeah, exactly. All those dickbags. Goggle Bob, I just died 3 times in a row and I'm not feeling it. Can we transfer this over to a no longer a race?
I mean, we can, yes, if you're
All right.
comfortable with that.
I think Bob just won the race.
Yeah, Bob just won.
Now we
Yeah,
have to
Hooray!
play Muppet Monster Adventure.
I just
Default.
forfeit.
Yes, Bob is ready. Ready
Time for Bob
the
to play
race.
Muppet
Bob is
Monster
ready.
Adventure.
Listen, I probably will beat this game because having played it over the last few weeks, I find that I enjoy it.
Good.
So that's kind of nice.
Until you hit a wall.
Yeah, I need a break from playing video games, so I will close the game and end my Discord stream.
There we go.
There we go.
Do you want to know what the beautiful opposite of tank nerd community is, though? Is train nerd community? Because
Oh, yeah,
like
those guys are just.
yeah,
There
It's like
used to
you
be.
know,
Oh,
My
hey,
gra-
Axel, how you doing?
My grandfather was like moderately into trains, and just every once in a while there was the train convention at the local like convention center, and it's like, oh, Bobby, you want to come? It's like, yeah, sure. And it was just, it's hard to find the right word to describe how chill something can be, but
Yeah.
it was chill on a level that is difficult to describe.
And
like
even
genuine concern for everybody involved.
Even in a little digital cesspool like X, I you know you're going to see someone be like, you're just going to find an account. It's like, oh, it's a 22-year-old them furry who posts about Amtrak all the time. This is probably going to be the nicest person I see on this website today.
That kind of explains why there are a lot of really pleasant train people in the board gaming circles.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Like, I hadn't thought about it till you said that.
It's that train chillness.
Also, that a lot of board games are train based as well, I'm sure helps that demographic.
Oh yeah,
just a little bit of an overlap.
It's like you're sitting there, love trains, board games.
John, love train,
love train.
People all over the world.
Now we're getting demonetized again.
There was no money to be made from this to begin with.
Hey, guys, let me mute it for a second because my microphone is idiotic.
People all over the world.
I'm just going to assume that's a yes.
We can hear you now.
All right, cool. No, I was thinking while I was refilling my glass about train nerds and the intersection between tank nerds. And I don't think I've ever seen a train nerd say, hey, you know who kept the trains running on time? And that means, yeah, they're better than the board nerds.
Yep.
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 Oh, God.
And the thing is,
oh, sorry, go on.
In war nerds, especially, like even like the war nerd will freely admit, like being a war nerd, even if you're not like an evil person, being a war nerd will make you really, really enthusiastic about things that are
objectively horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like the John Dolan, the eponymous war nerd, he has this incredible essay he writes about the assassination of Indira Gandhi. And he really makes you feel it, and you're like, wow, they just assassinated the shit out of Indira Gandhi.
Incredible work. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
This is horrifying, but
Like,
also, damn, you gotta respect the craft.
It's like
issuing a correction on my previous post.
Issuing a correction on my previous post. You do not, in fact, have to respect that craft.
So I feel trapped because I do respect the craft.
Just feels trapped.
Well, this is some top quality assassinating going on here, and I can't.
It's truly incredible work.
I told my wife about it once, and she basically like never speak of this to me again.
I wish never to hear this again.
Yeah, you can shut the fuck up now, please.
It was like kinder. It was much kinder than that, but it was just like I know this means a lot to you, like.
But please,
I know
never
you care
again.
about this, but we are asking you to stop.
I respect that you care about this. I don't want to hear about it.
Yep. Well, I might not have finished the game, but I am pretty happy with how far I got, considering that this is a game I've never beaten and never really gotten good at.
Yeah,
video
So
game.
yeah, no, I'm going to chalk that up as a moral victory, if not a victory in game.
What's important is that you feel good about it.
Maybe the real Metroid Fusion was the friends we made along the way.
Friends we fused along the way.
The real Metroid Fusion. This game that's been out for 20 years. We figured
We're
out the
finally
real
figuring
one.
out what it really is.
Yes. I mean, this was the original intent of the game, and no one ever achieved it.
Metroid for friends.
Ah.
Ooh.
And now we're at the point of the game where there actually is a timer.
Oh yeah, this part.
Yes.
This part's actually pretty cool. Like
you are informed that you're gonna die.
they warn you ahead of time.
Yeah, you got 6 minutes.
Get your affairs in
Plan
order in
ahead.
the next
Yeah,
6
you know,
minutes.
make peace.
Hopefully, you've already cleared the rest of the level.
It's nice when that happens.
Clear the level,
ya,
and then like maybe
ya,
spend
do
some
you
time,
wanna?
calling loved ones or
When
something.
do ya want?
You don't have that much time. I don't know about you, but
Like-
if I call my family,
Listen, if I call them, I will be like, it'll be 6 minutes of equivocating before we get to the actual conversation.
I am telling you, this is important.
Na 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 na.
Katamari Damacy.
so I haven't played that while you guys are streaming because I would just listen to the music the whole time. But there's another game that your humming reminded me of. No, just the music in it is really pleasant as back. It doesn't
That's good,
overpower.
like it. Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm just going to
yeah.
assume you're talking about Jet Set Radio.
No, that's
Because
overpowering.
If there's
No,
any
but-
song that's not overpowering, it's definitely Dragula. American made YouTube version.
Always comes back to
I'm looking
Dragula
through
with
my-
some people.
I'm looking through my Steam list for it, and then you said that, and I'm like, oh, there's Jet Set Radio. Dang it! No, it's like it's a puzzle game called Filament.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
There was a puzzle game on the fucking DSi, like it was literally DSiWare, and it had one of the best like ambient soundtracks I've ever heard. And I don't even remember the name. It was Aqua something. It was very Aqua themed.
Aqua Palazza? No, I think that's a fighting
They-
game.
I don't fucking know.
DSi.
It's gonna turn out that it's electroplankton.
I really hope not.
I mean, that is kind of Aqua themed.
That did also
mean-
come out as DSiWare.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Wasn't it available physically at Target?
Yeah, it was originally just a regular DS game, but eventually they stripped it for parts and sold them as DSiWare.
Fair enough.
Interesting. Oh man. Now think about Fear and Hunger, except redone to take place in the Aqua Teen Hunger Force universe.
I
Fear
was
and Hunger in Las Vegas. Wait, no.
that was where my brain went too. It's been forever since I've watched that movie. It is a fucked up film.
Oh yeah.
Fucked up series of articles.
Yes.
That was a relatively young Johnny Depp, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right?
As these things go.
So as Johnny Depp's go, yeah.
As depths go.
He was also like one of the less embarrassing Johnny Depps.
That's a rarity, yeah.
That
The world
article
actually
of
called
him-
for a certain degree of mugging.
that article where he's like just like hanging out in his kitchen with some writer and like the poor writer like is just like watching this guy, this human equivalent of the dude in Napoleon Dynamite, who keeps showing videos of himself reenacting that one touchdown he threw in high school.
Oh, God. It's such a perfect, like, tragic encapsulation of a human being.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
real darkest hour of humanity shit.
Yeah, just you know, you look at it, it's like, oh, this is sad. This is a person who this is a person who has not yet learned how to find meaning in the beauty of the mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a normal life. It has to be the spectacular dreams of the child.
Yeah. It's not bad to be a child, but you know,
You
You
can't
must
be it
live as an
forever.
adult much longer.
You can't be
Exactly.
it forever. And I say
That's
this
right.
as somebody who just played a Game Boy game with his friends for 2 hours on a Tuesday night.
there you go.
I arrived.
I mean, I do have to say, Metroid Fusion is a game that, in my head, like, this is a college game for me, because that was the age range when it came out.
I was in high school. I was 16 when this one came out.
I was 11.
And then based on that, you can figure out all of our ages.
Yeah, we're just giving it away. Let me tell you my grandma's name next.
Let me just tell you all of my password security questions.
Grandma's maiden name.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh man, I don't even know that. I'm gonna have to ask my dad so that information just isn't lost forever.
I mean, you've got 2 grandmas, but I mean, most people have.
I know the other
at
one's
least...
maiden name.
Oh, well, okay. I wasn't making that assumption.
You're good. You're good.
You can pop it up to the cosmos.
Which random like Fox Sunday show had the joke that there was a bad movie called Too Many Grandmas?
No idea.
I vaguely heard there's too many grandmas. Just some stupid background thing. It sounds like The Critic or something.
That
does sound like The Critic. That's something The Critic would do.
Let's watch
and, like,
Too Many Grandmas.
A bunch of real fucking weirdos would tell me, and that's why it's the greatest show ever. And I would watch it and be like, that was okay at best.
I'm more of an
You gotta have a very
guy.
specific sense of humor for the critic to really speak to you. It's it's one of those things. It is certainly not for everyone, which is why it just kept getting canceled every time it would end up on television.
Hey, it was a horrible, horrible Flash cartoon, though.
Yes.
Oh God!
Oh, it was?
One of the all-time.
Now that's impressive to me.
It was revived as a Flash cartoon in like 2001. The very last joke in the very last official piece of critic content is Jay Sherman turning into Shrek.
Oh.
Now that feels like a joke that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, it feels cursed to even know of it.
Yeah, I have not watched much The Critic, but like I know that like The Critic is supposed to be like from like the last vestiges of the 90s. So there's something as like Shrek.
An idea that only made sense in the time period where it was like reasonable to ask an adult what they thought of the most recent episode of Siskel and Ebert's show.
I mean, the thing about The Critic was 100% the reason that show succeeded was random jokes and the supporting cast. Because, like, legitimately becoming vice president or ambassador to Balloon Doggies is, like, that makes absolutely no sense unless you know exactly what I'm talking about, and then you will be laughing for the next half hour.
I don't. And I never will.
It's
and I'm at peace with it.
It's because the Balloon Doggies demanded it, Beat. But regardless, the fact that they then brought back the Flash cartoon and basically scuttled the entire supporting cast was...
There is no one but Jay Sherman alone.
Nobody watched that show for the critic segments.
He's sitting there and he's making gay jokes about Pikachu.
They couldn't afford anyone but John Lovitz. And thousands John Lovitz.
How would you even make a gay joke about Pikachu? Like, I'm
think too hard about it.
I'm drawing a blank here. There's just nothing there.
Look,
don't think too hard about it.
If you need a gay joke about Pikachu, might I introduce you to the Comedy Central Drawn Together, where there are plenty of gay jokes about Pikachu.
No,
that nobody ever asked
Zelda.
for.
Pikachu was a fucking like racist joke.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, that's sad. That is a dark way to go. And then you've got 30 Rock, which I think took the idea of nonstop rapid fire jokes with an incredible supporting cast. And
I would draw a line from The Critic to 30 Rock. That makes perfect sense.
And I think everyone loves 30 Rock. I mean, it has just think of random jokes from it. God, that's an all timer. It's like Liz Lemon says to Jack, like, do you treat me different because I'm a woman? Which he says, yes, I do pay you somewhat less.
I should read. What is 30 Rock streaming
was
on?
that a Baldwin?
It's probably on Peacock.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Baldwin right there.
I can't picture anybody else saying that. I haven't seen the show myself.
Only Alec Baldwin could like deliver that. It's It's a very specific thing you have to hit. And it's
Very
only he
dark
has-
and very dry.
Specific.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you know what? He needs a rival. He needs Will Arnett. And
God, I love Will Arnett.
oh, so incredible.
You don't have time for my illusions.
I don't know. The only one I ever get is It's Only Tuesday Lemon or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was a what a week joke.
Or Wednesday.
Yeah, what a week. It's Tuesday, Lemon. Yeah, no, Wednesday is the 10-10 one. Captain is Wednesday.
Captain, it's Wednesday.
The Lemon, it's Tuesday is the 30 Rock one.
Gotcha.
Are you wearing a tux? It's 6 p.m. What am I? A farmer? Just the best deadpan delivery I
It's
ever
a
on
weird
television.
thing to say, but my number one joke from 30 Rock is just the runner that they're also just very much a microwave company. Like, for some reason, everything they're doing has a secret subterfuge of they're trying to sell microwaves.
So it's the only profitable part.
I really wish Better Off Ted was more than one season.
Well, you got what was that other show that it's like this? Oh, whatchamacallit's show? God, help me out here.
You know, the whatchamacallit show.
The
Ted
guy,
Lasso?
huh?
Ted Lasso?
No, absolutely
I
not.
haven't seen that
You were just
yet.
associating it via Ted osmosis.
Yes.
The guy who used
also,
to be
Also, my wife just watched it, and based on my half watching it, it's pretty good. You know,
That's all right.
B+, solid.
yeah, no, it's
Like, there are far worse things to watch on fucking Apple TV. Why would you even have Apple TV?
I was gonna
We
say, I
usually
need
get
to
it as
add
part of
somebody
something
to
else.
my friend group because I think that's the only channel we don't have. Or the only service.
Oh
You
yeah,
just-
no,
you just add
that's
someone
that's
on
always
the
like the
basis of,
terrible
I
double-edged
will
sword.
find the
It's like,
password
yeah,
sharing
I'm stealing a Disney Plus from my brother. I'm stealing Amazon from my folks. Who do I know that has Paramount?
Yeah, I'm stealing Paramount
it's
from
the new
Wheels. You probably
polyamory
get
joke.
them.
We had a friend who worked at Netflix for years, and you know they shared their they would
So
share
who were
their
they
login
stealing
with
their
us.
Netflix password from?
Well, they obviously from Netflix.
And it was the best, like for a long time, because you'd have like the Netflix login, like the Netflix employee login, so you could like watch like fucking Netflix Jakarta if you wanted to. But
What unique things can we find in Netflix Jakarta?
you know the funny thing is overseas that usually they just had more like recent.
Yeah,
movies.
they had distribution deals with things that they wouldn't have in the U.S. So it's just like because like those places wouldn't have their own like streaming distributor there.
It's like how Disney Plus in Europe gets Always Sunny, which feels antithetical to Disney Plus.
yeah, as a
Yeah, it
concept,
does.
that sounds wrong.
Because they don't have
Wait, Disney
Hulu
has
to dump
They're
it
not-
on.
Disney has Always
Hulu?
Sunny now.
Yeah, because they don't have Hulu to dump it on.
Disney it's on Hulu and like everywhere else, but like in Europe it's on the Disney Plus.
Yeah,
That's
they have
awesome.
they have like a separate like well not separate but like like a portal that you go through at the start. They're like, do you want the family friendly Disney Plus or the stuff with all the other shit you actually want?
The stuff you actually want to see.
Well, I know
You're
there
just
was maybe
chilling
a
out.
deal with Fox, but I wasn't sure how much.
Yeah, they ate them.
Because they also got Simpsons
Fox
now.
no longer exists except as a subsidiary of Disney and is a separate company that is the racists, the news but for racists.
Yes.
No. I meant like just not the news things, but like that's how they got
20th Century Fox.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they bought it literally
The
so they could. No, that's not how they got Spider-Man. Spider-Man is still Sony.
Yeah,
Films, at least.
it was for X-Men and Fantastic Four.
X-Men.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not even
No worries.
doing
the
anything with it.
Fantastic.
It's
I was
fucking
halfway there.
disgusting.
They're
Yeah,
trying
stop.
to because like they're gonna
Fantastic Four,
force Hugh Jackman to reprise his role for fucking Deadpool and lead into some unvarnishedly miserable bullshit.
I really, really hope they just don't make him wear super tight outfits, or they just like fucking stencil on some six-pack abs, because the man is in his 50s. He's allowed to not have a six-pack anymore.
They're paying those visual artists to do way stupider. Just Fix it in form and post.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Just do the.
This is
abs
why
and
they're
CGI.
unionizing. They saw it coming. They need to
Yeah.
unionize now.
It's
I mean,
how
like, have you
Chris
seen,
Hemsworth
like,
discovered,
Have you seen like the shits? Like there's the incredible before and after for fucking Black Widow, and it's them. They CGI'd an entire fucking bar for a conversation between two like Black Widow and her sister, and like all you had to do was just go to any bar and give the owner $50. That was it.
You probably didn't even have to give them $50. You just have to. They just have to be able to say, "Yes, a scene from Black Widow was filmed here."
Yeah, just
give us a plexiglass plaque.
Yeah,
Or,
it doesn't even have to be
well,
an expensive plaque.
I was gonna say if they still did film to give them a cell from the film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If they could just print it out on like an
From a
inkjet
blooper
printer.
reel.
just let the bartender or the owner or whoever just stand in the background and act like he's tending bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It won't be hard.
The place
You won't even have to get them a
be
SAG
open.
card.
And you could post it on Facebook later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, they had to let them, they had to like make the poor fucking VFX artists CGI an entire fucking bar. And it's like, bro, you didn't need a green screen for this shit. It's a bar. You don't
Yeah,
even
like-
need to build a set. You go to a bar. Any
One
bar.
one of the true hells about this is one of the things that holds up any major project at this point is people just not making a key decisions because they don't have to yet, and by
Mm-hmm.
dumping all of that on VFX, they ultimately are allowed to push things out further and just force it to be someone else's like hell job to try to fix once they finally are forced to make a decision.
Yeah, it's like the
Mhm.
entire movie is filmed with the idea of there being an action scene at the end, but as such, the big
They don't have
action
to draw
scene.
it. Yeah.
As such, but this is also like is a double-edged sword because like you could establish like in a really good action scene, you can take advantage of who every character is on a personal level, right? The way
Yeah, you need,
you could write a fucking novel about the way Bruce Lee fights in Enter the Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have.
And they have. Several have been written. Several people have written that exact novel. But like you can't do that if like Bruce Lee is a CGI character that you had to start working on 6 months in advance.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
You can't like when all that exists is a rough outline and like a note for the VFX team. They thought it was sick. You can't like establish
Make this fight good.
his style or like the moves that he uses earlier in the movie when it's all done like in post 4 months earlier and then
No,
frantically changed later. It's
Or, like-
fucking horrible. I hate it.
Yeah, it's
Or,
dreadful.
it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know if
Oh
any.
god.
Sorry.
No,
go
I
ahead.
was just yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't know if any of y'all saw any of the behind the scenes stuff for the Mandalorian for the set.
Mhm.
What they ended up doing with that.
I
did.
personally did not.
I was aware that they shot every scene twice
They have, like, this
in the
weird,
first
like,
season at least because they weren't sure if they wanted to use a puppet or CGI. And I believe they got super mad at Werner Herzog because he just fucking refused to play ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Herzog
I
is
hadn't
not
heard
from-
that one.
Willing to waste his time.
Yeah,
Well,
no, he was. His attitude was like,
between takes, Werner Herzog was giving like acting notes to the puppet. Like he was
Yeah.
just so into the puppet.
he just wanted to play with the puppet. And honestly,
He was
can you
right.
blame him?
Adorable.
It's adorable.
The Baby Yoda show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the
Baby
only
Yoda.
part anyone remembered or cared about.
yeah.
Well,
Like-
to be fair, Obi-Wan was the Baby Leia show, so you know the little guys are taking this.
People just want the
To
little,
be fair,
little
Obi-Wan
weirdos.
was bad. I'm
People
sorry,
just want the
someone has to
little
say it.
weird.
We gotta love our little weirdos. We gotta stay the hell away from Ahsoka.
Lax little weirdos.
Okay,
I'll
so I
come back to
watched
that
the
in a second.
first 4 or 3, I forget. They aren't well distinguished. There's no connective tissue there. It's the
They are
4-hour
random
movie
sections
problem.
of a movie that you hate.
I watched enough of Ahsoka to know that, like, from a technical standpoint, it probably wasn't bad. And, like, if I gave a shit about the characters, I might have been a little bit invested.
That's
But-
why I like strongly advocate that we need to start just calling things bad when they're not entertaining. Like, I don't care about your technical acumen. If you bore me, you have become bad.
I mean,
This
like,
is-
okay, so, like, apparently it was basically Rebels, whatever the fuck that is, season 5. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not going to watch 5 seasons of TV.
Right.
Oh,
It does not
love.
stand as a singular story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love.
So, like, you can't
the
tell
television
me.
show I absolutely watched.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just like I have this. There's this strong like. I don't know, especially in nerd circles, like this desire to not call something bad if it has technical acumen, and it's like I don't care. I would rather that it be technically bad and interesting.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I guess my complaint wasn't even that it was bad. It was just that I was totally uninterested in the characters.
And that makes it bad.
That's the thing, though, right? These characters are established. Like, I figure
And
that there's a
they sold the
possibility
show.
that I would have enjoyed it had I known who they were, but I didn't.
But if they had
So, like,
said,
so
"Oh,
let's have
this is
this.
Star,"
Who doesn't give a fuck?
if they had
Like,
said this is
oh, go ahead.
fucking Rebels season 5 or whatever, and then they would be allowed to say, "Oh, well, you should have watched the other parts." They didn't. They sold it as a show that was a show unto itself. And if that show unto itself cannot establish why you should give a shit, it's done it. It's failed. It's bad.
I agree.
Like
on
Frasier
board.
was on television for like fully one evolutionary epoch, and you could watch.
You
any
just watch
season.
Frasier.
You could watch an
Yeah,
episode of
you just watch
Frasier and be
Frasier.
like, "Yeah, that was pretty good."
Just
You
watch
didn't have to know
Frasier.
shit about Frasier. So that's a huge fucking problem.
Well,
Yeah.
you didn't know, yeah, exactly, because they communicated who these characters were through their words and actions and jokes,
Yeah,
and somehow this art has been lost.
yeah, that's,
If you
that's
were-
a
if you're-
weird thing to lose.
That's
If you
definitely
were-
a huge flaw.
If you are aiming for the benefits of serialization, you don't get to say, "Oh, well, you should have watched the old one," when it's like, well, you didn't call it the next part. You said it was a new thing.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
they did that with
yeah.
the fucking Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
that is the most like
That was another
confused
season of
project.
Mandalorian.
It was half of it was a season of Mandalorian. The other half of it was watching some boring asshole pretend to be a crime boss that didn't do any crimes.
Well,
They-
I almost have sympathy because they're sitting there and they're like, "Oh, we've got this. It's great. We've got this these bit players from Mandalorian that everyone loves. All that has to happen is our lead has to not like become the most like toxic individual to put in front of a to put in front of a show.
Oh god.
And then
Did the actor do something really, really fucking terrible and I wasn't aware?
oh yeah.
Oh my god, I need to look this up now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this.
Wait, what?
You don't know about this?
I
No.
don't. Let's see. Tomorrow.
Yeah, it was Gina Carano. Gina
Yeah.
Carano.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, Gina Carano.
he says
Okay, yeah,
lead,
yeah, I
he's
know
not
about
referring
that.
to when he says lead, he's
But
not
she
referring
wasn't
to
the main
Boba Fett.
character.
The problem is that like Boba Fett was a plank of wood.
Yeah, no, Boba Fett's whole thing was, I have a cool costume.
And so,
Yeah.
like,
Don't
you had
say
the other
much.
character who was brought in as like, oh, this is a character you recognize that you like, and then it can carry like the fact that Boba Fett's a plank of wood, and then like, oh, you don't like this person anymore because holy shit.
Because we're definitely not talking about Ming Na either, right?
Yeah, absolutely not.
No.
Like, if she did something wrong, the world's over.
Okay,
Yeah.
She
I looked up Tamora Morrison, the guy who plays Boba Fett, and I'm not seeing any crimes.
Yeah,
He's
no
also
crimes on
Mongol's
him.
dad.
Yeah, okay, so it's just
it's all
so it's just Gina.
Gina
So it's just
Carano.
Gina. Well, fuck her. Nobody gives a fuck about her.
When they were going into that, people did. Then
Yeah, she
Things
was
came
going to
out.
be the she was going to carry the Mandalorian spinoff as Cara Dune, and then no, because she went She did the hat trick. She came out against Black Lives Matter. She came out against against like gender identity, and then she came out against face masks. 1, 2, 3, and then she compared her treatment in public to the literal Holocaust.
Oh man, yeah, no, she
absolutely no
she
coming back
was
from that one.
the hilarious thing to me is that doing all of that got her, I shit you not, a full fucking movie from the one, the only Ben Shapiro.
Unlike before, when she was merely in like extremely high budget and profitable television shows.
And the entire trailer for that movie, I saw it like as a YouTube ad, and like normally I am like pounding the skip ad button, but I just couldn't for this one because I was like captivated by what I was seeing.
I can't say no to this.
No, I can't say no to this. It was like one of the taglines is "She was canceled by Disney," and I was just like. So you're not even talking about like the movie that we are ostensibly here to watch. We're talking about how the actor could not stop being racist. That's your selling point.
I mean, that's not even the worst thing Disney can do to you. Like, she got canceled by Disney. Kumail Nanjiani got literally killed during the filming of Eternals and had to be reassembled from his like his base elements.
I mean, like, want to talk about like people who like died for Disney? The Peter Pan actor is right there.
There's a lot of sins that Peter Pan has to answer for.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. What happened here?
Oh,
the child who played Peter Pan had a very bad life.
Oh no.
He had a very bad life. Bobby Driscoll. He had a very bad life, and worse than that, they decided to make his very bad life the inside joke of fucking Rescue Rangers, the new one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What
like
the
the
hell?
entire. I'm not making this up. I watched it. I pirated this shit because Goggle Bob mentioned it, and I was like, okay, I have to see this. 5 minutes in, there's a Tenacious D song, but it's the radio edit version, which makes me
why
just...
bother?
Why even fucking bother? But Bobby Driscoll basically just got kicked out of Disney the second he was old enough to grow facial hair, and ended up dying as an alcoholic very young. Just horrifying shit. Yeah, like, you know, they treated child stars
the used,
like
abused,
back then.
abandoned story of the child star.
Yeah, no, his is basically the child star horror story.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no, it's awful. It's incredibly grim shit. Rescue Rangers, the 2022 version, which is also somehow a sequel to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and no.
What if Who Framed Roger Rabbit wasn't this good?
Yeah, what if Who Framed Roger Rabbit was actually very bad and was actually about how it's wrong for Disney to not have like rights in perpetuity over all their characters?
I was about to say
forever.
the entire premise of the damn thing is that Disney should have 100% control over everything it has ever owned forever.
It is never touched. And it makes this argument while putting in so many fucking like, oh, maybe this was a reference, but maybe not. Aren't we clever? They put a fucking Dragon Ball reference in there.
And never mind the fact that they made Ugly Sonic a character.
Yeah,
I
movie
thought
trailer
was
Sonic is a character. It's fucking
I
incredible.
got like every corporation like immediately realized that was a safe meme to make jokes about, so it became tired like instantly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just awful. Anyways, the villain of that movie is an adult version of Peter Pan who like grew up and is referred to
profoundly fucked up
as Sweet Pete, and his backstory is, well, I aged out of being a child star and my life fell apart. And I'm like, okay, I could see like some other company making this as a reference to, wow, Disney, you actually were super fucked up, right? Like as a commentary. But Disney doing it just feels ghoulish. Just, it made my skin crawl.
Oh my god, his unclaimed body was buried in an unmarked pauper's grave.
Good lord.
Holy shit.
That is so fucking evil.
Shit reminds me of like, speaking of just dragging up someone's like miserable end of life experience, shit reminds me of them inserting George Reeves into the fucking Flash.
Oh yeah, God, that was
Of
such
all
a
the things
weird
to do.
choice. And they
it was super ghoulish, and it was for no one, because no one who was less than 70 years old was going to be like, oh, it's George Reeves.
and
Well,
also
this is
like,
amazing.
and they do
Like-
it in the midst of like right before they
also
do like
did it with Christopher Reeves, the Superman actor. Who
Like there was
became
like that
famously
sucks
paralyzed.
too, but at least like there was a human being who might see that and be like, oh, I remember him.
Yeah,
Like-
no, exactly. But like the worst part is there is loads of archival footage of both of those actors. You could have just used archival footage. It was an option. And no, you had to like use those weird, freaky, fucked up looking CGI models, and it's just
I will be glad when we
hideous.
see studios get a little less like gung
A little
ho about
less,
the
like-
notion of like we could just CG up this dead man, right?
Yeah.
The space trooper imposition, like what they
This
did
is-
in
this-
Star Wars.
Yeah, they did that in Star
Yeah.
Wars too.
And the
Twice.
crazy
This
thing
is
is,
so-
the crazy thing is, I feel like there's actually ways to do that sort of thing that feel respectful. There were parts of Fast 7 that was filmed after Paul Walker was tragically died in that accident.
I mean, that's because
Yeah.
that is more
But
acceptable simply
that was
because he
done-
was intending to be in that film and then
He
died.
was in that film and died midway through filming.
Yeah.
So the parts that like were him technically being CG'd in were played by his brother. And it was all done like with like, you know, permission from the family and like the understanding.
I was
that
gonna
this
say
the
his
farewell
brother
for the
literally
character.
being
It also
involved.
wasn't decades later.
Yeah, it wasn't decades later. Yeah, there was a lot going on there that made us go, well, you know what? They're making the best of a bad situation. They're honoring his memory. They're doing what they
There are
can.
people who actually worked
Yeah.
with him right
Yeah,
up
the
to the
people
moment
who
of his
worked
death.
with him right up to the moment of his death. This is their tribute to him. And like, you know, they had not only his family's like permission, but his family helping them. So, you know, it
And also,
felt
they haven't done it in
acceptable.
later movies, have they? They
No,
haven't,
no,
They
he
right?
has not showed up
they
in
have not
any of the later
CG'd him
movies.
into like a later
Like,
movie.
Yeah.
he's not
Which
showing
is
up
a
in the later
huge
movies.
other thing.
They occasionally mention that he's still alive and that the character he played is still alive.
It would
And
probably be
mostly
like
okay.
considered way more depressing if they were just like, and he's dead as well.
Yeah,
He's
like,
just
so-
slightly off screen. Don't worry about
Yes.
it.
So they did one. I think he's slightly off screen moment, but like it was as a we still miss him too type thing. It didn't feel evil. That's what I'm saying, I guess.
It wasn't like-
yeah.
Like when you're dragging someone's corpse out for an unrelated production that they would never have even heard of, let alone consented to, that is when you have crossed the line to evil, as it
Yeah,
turns out.
exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't the Fast and Furious one was not a money grab, as the rest seemed to be, or a
Mhm.
Yes.
nostalgia grab.
I mean, like,
rather.
you know, Fast and Furious are movies
It's
that are
always
made for money.
it was a money grab that he would have consented to by virtue of the fact that he was again signed on to be in
He
the film.
intended to be there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like he for everything that I saw, he very much enjoyed being in those movies. He was like, yeah, these movies are great. I'm having fun.
Yeah. So I enjoy
They're
this
fun
great deal.
movies.
In general, most people were not aware of being in the Flash.
So what I was trying to say about the whole Mandalorian thing in the first place.
Sorry.
No, it was a good tangent. But basically, the main set they used, especially for the outdoor stuff, was a physical set with like just they changed the lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a super
sure.
weird
Lots of movies
setup.
do that. One of my favorite movies of all time, and it should be everyone else's as well because it's perfect, is Mad Max Fury Road, right? Fuck if you don't like
Mhm.
Mad Max Fury Road, right? Mad Max Fury Road
That's
actually
nice.
uses tons of CGI, but it's all for like fiddly stuff.
Augmentation.
It's all for like
Mhm.
stuff that like you just can't control when you're filming outside. Every time you see a car like getting exploded, that is literally a car being exploded. But like you
Mhm.
can't quite expect a sandstorm to happen organically, so you just gotta sort of deal with what you got there. So that's CGI. But like the car getting exploded, that's real.
Look at these scrubs not controlling the weather.
Yeah. Like you can't control the weather, but you can like do lots of other stuff. Dang, that like SA-X takes off like 3 energy tanks in a single hit. That's impressive.
SA-X
nice
is
team.
very strong.
Yeah, no, she's a very strong virus.
The funny thing is I'm doing this without sound, which makes it almost impossible.
You can turn the sound on, like it's not
No,
both of us
no.
playing anymore.
I will sacrifice for my art.
Why? I just said it doesn't matter. It's fine.
To suffer pointlessly is not to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Sacrifice implies that like something was gained, or like something was given in return. This is just you doing something stupid for I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I might as well stream myself.
Counter-programming.
Yes.
I could do it side by side with it with Metroid Fusion.
Yeah, we were doing that. I'm actually really happy with how well that turned out. Like, you know, it seemed like it was working pretty well. That's kind of nice.
If only all the players worked as well as the technology.
Hey, Goggle Bob.
Yeah.
What are you, some kind of stupid dickhead?
Wow.
Dang.
Oh, I got served.
No.
He has been served.
That was like the most low effort like response I've ever done.
Sometimes that just shows your contempt.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true, yeah. It's like how Conor McGregor would like spent an entire week trying to come up with ways to diss Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz just responded, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
I don't think about you,
You
at
are
all.
not worthy of a better response.
Think I'm gonna put effort into dissing you?
Nate Diaz would just walk into a room and like flip the double bird. And that's it.
Respect.
That's all he needed. That said, the time that like when he just right after he beat Connor, and all he had to do was say, "I am not fucking surprised."
I'm not gonna do my post-match interview and act like I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna act like I was ever afraid of this motherfucker.
It's like,
No, it wasn't. I'm not fucking surprised. He just said, "Hey, I ain't surprised, motherfuckers." That was That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
I love it. I loved it when Nick Diaz was Big Brother Nick challenged George St. Pierre by yelling, "Where you at, George? Where you at, motherfucker?"
Oh man, I watched the latest Napoleon Bonaparte video on The Ultimate Fighter. It's great. Everybody should check it out.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Even if you're not MMA brain poisoned like AV Fanboy and I. But it is.
Don't be scared, homie.
But the bits where he covers the season where it's Koscheck versus St. Pierre is just incredible the way he describes as St. Pierre basically just absolutely owning Koscheck in every possible scenario, and then at the very end just beating the ever-loving shit out of him. No, I'm gonna drag this out for 5 excruciating rounds because you pissed me off. I spent the entire time in that fucking hell house, just refusing to react to you. Now I'm going to react to you all at once.
Step into the shadow of the hell house.
I
reality TV is our hell house.
I love him. I love George St. Pierre.
No, he's awesome.
I love the time that like George St. Pierre had a conversation and was doing like an interview alongside Nick Diaz, where Nick Diaz is like, you know, he utters the amazing line, "You know, man, it's like I didn't go to school to learn how to buy a house," and George St. Pierre is like, "You don't know how to buy a house? I will teach you."
That is such a St. Pierre lie.
I'll teach you how to buy a house.
I was like, I'm here to help.
I'm out.
What are colleagues for?
And I like to think that Nick Diaz learned to buy a house from George St. Pierre.
They sat back and figured it out later. They hashed it out.
I'm so in love with you.
There may have been visual aids.
George St. Pierre, just a guy who just loves to have a good time and does not put on airs. You know, even if that means that he is going to be like in a hot tub with like 20 guys who are all just so excited to be in a hot tub with George St. Pierre.
As long as everyone's happy.
I mean, not gonna lie, like if I had the opportunity to be in a hot tub with George St. Pierre, yeah, I'd take it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I got to do this. I got to do this.
Now
I
you
got
put on
to.
airs.
I got to simmer next to George.
People soup.
And
You're
I'm gonna brew up like a big bag of tea just next to George St. Pierre.
It suddenly occurs to me there's like a whole like stratum of people out there for who them George St. Pierre is that guy who had like the best fight against Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he got paid well for that. So
I'm sure he got paid extremely well for that. I mean, like that's a bit of stunt casting that I actually kind of respect.
For this fight, we hired a fighter.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Fight against a French guy.
Well, I guess is that more like the equivalent of like Andre the Giant at this point?
Oh hell yeah!
You're
I
excited
I was
about
thinking
that.
about Andre the Giant.
Yeah, Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. I don't know.
I
Everyone
mean, in the
said
sense that he started out as he was a wrestler and then got into movies.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was less damaging on his very overtaxed body at that stage.
Exactly. He could barely move. It was the best for him.
Yeah, I will never get over the claims that backstage, every wrestler tried to get into movies, but Andre bragged that he had been in good movies.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
He was very proud of the Princess Bride.
Apparently, Andre the Giant like directly led to like a quantum leap in the management of anesthesia, surgical anesthesia.
That'd make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd need a lot for a guy of his size.
You'd have to do a lot of like. There was a lot of incentive to work out like the amount of anesthesia you would need to anesthetize certain body types in that context.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly. Like they worked it. They worked backwards from his tolerance for alcohol.
Which was legendary.
That's amazing.
It's like they're asking him, so how much does it take to get you drunk? And he's like sitting there, and Andre the Giant, one of history's truly legendary drunkards, like, how drunk do you mean?
Like, we need to like.
He's like, if I drink a case of wine, I start to feel pretty warm.
Well, to be fair, that's also something they do ask when you have to go under anesthesia for any reason, because then you do have a higher tolerance against the anesthesia.
Oh,
So at least having a starting point for them at that point. Whew.
It's worth a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
fuck. My tolerance at this point is pretty high. I don't even want to think about what it would take to get me under.
And see, and you can thank Andre the
And
Giant.
I will thank Andre the Giant. He's done me a great service.
Yeah, he
will.
is. Andre the Giant has given so much
To the medical community.
To humanity.
Oh man, we love him. We love Andre the Giant.
He's a wonderful one of a kind.
Oh, absolutely.
World weren't good enough for him.
Yep.
How old was
So I
he when
only
he
got him for a
passed?
little while.
He's only in like his 40s, I want to say.
Yeah.
If
I
that.
think he was older than that. All right, Google.
He was 46 years old, so yeah, he was.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, you don't, especially if it's not treated well. If it's not treated early, when you grow to that size, you don't live that long.
Yeah. Particularly if you drink wine by the case.
That didn't.
That's not
help
helping.
the-
That's not treating.
Yeah.
And
Although
smoke
at some point that
let's
becomes
be real.
self-medication.
Yeah.
The sales start a lot earlier in Europe.
Yes, exactly. He also smoked like a Frenchman. So like this is a man. He was not here for a long time. He was just here for
he was here for a good time. So with you, I will jump into my.
All right, I'm actually going to say something about Metroid Fusion right now.
Go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I really like how they have like special tile sets for damaged like floor and damaged stairs and the like.
It's something that occurs a lot in this game, and it works out well.
Yeah, no, it's a very nice touch, and like it's the sort of thing I'm not used to seeing because, like, you know, the games of this vintage, they just make tile set and then, you know, call it a day. So for them to have made so many like tiles for specifically damaged equipment, damaged terrain, that's really cool. I appreciate that.
Andre Rusimov, Andre the Giant, has been unofficially crowned the greatest drunk on Earth for consuming 119 12-fluid-ounce beers in 6 hours.
Was somebody counting? I guess they were.
I mean, somebody would have to, but like... Also...
At some point, you just start counting the empties.
Damn.
That's incredible.
That is absolutely amazing.
I don't know. I love that man.
He's very cool.
He was in good movies.
That was a really easy way to piss off someone like Hulk Hogan at that point.
I mean, he was in what, Suburban Commando? Yeah.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan, I don't think to this day he might very well never have been in a good movie.
Didn't he just recently get married again?
Probably. I don't keep track of that shit anymore.
I mean, you would be.
I heard it on the radio. It's not like I was looking for it.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think he's retired as many times as he's been married, and he's retired many times.
Yeah.
Let's see what's the Hulkster doing these days.
Try to think. Movies Hulk Hogan was in. I guess the only one I would say that approaches a good movie is Muppets in Space that he is in.
Yeah, that's one of the worst Muppet movies.
Yeah, it's like the worst. It's like I'm hard pressed to call any of the Muppet movies actually bad, but like if I was gonna say that was the bad one, it would be Muppets in Space.
God, which Rocky movie was he Thunderlips in?
That was Rocky 3.
Okay, so that's at least an okay movie. He was not a key part of that movie, but
I was gonna say I might give Gremlins
like
2.
He was in that movie probably more than he was in Muppets in Space.
I'm gonna say Gremlins 2 isn't a bad movie.
The entire point is, look, it's Hulk Hogan and he's in this movie.
What were you gonna say, Goggle Bob?
Gremlins 2. I would
That's
say
a good
that
movie. I didn't remember him being in it.
Yeah, he was in one of, you know how during there's a clip from a movie that's played partway through. In the home video version, it's John Wayne, but in the theaters it was Hulk Hogan.
A part so small he was cut.
Yep.
Why?
And,
like they did it for the video version? What?
I would imagine it was like. I would imagine the studio just owned the John Wayne footage and did not own the Hulk Hogan footage.
The joke was that like the Gremlins got into your movie theater and were like switching to film, and then Hulk Hogan scared them off.
Okay. So.
Let me explain to you the lore of Gremlins 2.
I refuse to listen.
Okay, so I'm looking at the filmography of Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Rocky 3, No Holds Barred. No Holds Barred is intensely shitty, but at least funny. Gremlins 2, The New Batch, Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, Thunder in Paradise.
Mr. Nanny was the one I was trying to think of.
Spy Hard.
Weapon.
Wait, which Spy Hard was he in?
What is
Spy Hard? He has a cameo in Spy Hard.
What is Spy Hard? I'm not sure I believe that's...
It was basically, it was a Leslie Nielsen movie, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I said it was a Leslie Nielsen movie, right?
Yeah, I want to say so.
Okay.
The Secret Agent Club, Santa with Muscles,
Santa with Muscles is just a legendarily bad picture.
Yeah, like I've seen that one. That one's like funny for all the wrong reasons. Mackenzie's Island? That doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Was he the island?
This is incredible. Mila Kunis made her debut in Santa with Muscles.
Oh, incredible.
Wasn't she in fucking that 70s show? And like, I only
think
know
she
this.
recently made a statement in support of a rapist. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why my brain went.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There.
Ed Leslie plays an Asian man in.
Oh Lord.
I did not
Oh Lord, I
realize
forgot
this.
about that entirely. Sweet Jesus. Like, the capacity of Ed Leslie to show up inappropriately in any Hulk Hogan joint is truly spectacular.
Unmatched. Completely
Yeah.
unmatched.
We need to make room at the table for Dizzy Hogan. Okay, Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain, The Ultimate Weapon, Muppets from Space, Little Hercules, and, most recently, Nomeo and Juliet.
Nomeo and Juliet.
Wait, he's in what?
Romeo and Juliet. I'm aware of that one. I have awareness of that one.
I'm aware of it
First doesn't
only
make
because
me-
it has, like, the worst name in human history.
I'm aware of it because it was apparently written by the guy behind the Bunny Suicides book.
What?
Well, okay then. I did not know there was a sequel to this called Sherlock Gnomes. What the fuck?
Well, logically, you ride that train to its end.
The
God,
Bunny
Assault
Suicide
on Devil's Island.
comics are disturbingly hilarious.
The Book of Bunny Suicides, written by Tim Rice. Wait, with a score by? Yeah. The author of that book wrote Romeo and Juliet somehow.
I love
Which
it.
was all,
Andy Riley.
and it was all Elton John music.
Apparently, yes.
So I'm just gonna throw
Elton
this
No,
John
I'm
out.
telling
needs
you,
money.
I've seen it. It's good. It's hilarious.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
just gonna throw this one out there for you.
Okay.
For things that probably sounded like a way better idea when they inked the deal. Sherlock Gnomes, the protagonist of the sequel Sherlock Gnomes, voiced by Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Oh, you hate to see it.
I remember the story I heard about someone catching Robert De Niro like loudly yelling at his wife about making more bad investments, like bad business decisions. Like yelling at her, it's because you do this shit. I have to make all these shitty movies.
That sounds like something Robert De Niro would yell at his wife about.
Yeah.
I don't know the context, but like, I could just. This is. I don't even
Now
know
looking
anything
up
about
the
Robert De Niro as a
movie.
person. I just know him as an actor. But I'm just saying the roles that he has acted makes me think that he would get very upset at his wife for like buying a new coffee table and being like, "Damn it, now I've got the star in fucking Romeo and Juliet."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm now looking up the Elf Bowling movie.
Oh,
Remember the Elf Bowling
That's-
movie?
That should not be
No.
a thing.
I don't want to. You're
A
gonna remind
computer
me.
animated film produced by based on the games released on October 3rd, 2007, and was entitled Elf Bowling the Movie: The Great North Pole Strike.
Oh goodness.
Oh, get it? Strike? Ha ha!
Straight to DVD, right? Please.
I believe so. It featured the voice of the late Joe Alasky. R.I.P. The film
Oh,
was
man.
a United States. Oh, I love when you get the dashes in co-productions because you get some real what set of people came up to produce this? A United States - South Korea - Fiji co-production.
Got passed around like a blunt.
That's incredible. That's
Let's see.
so spectacular.
The director was asked to direct the film while studying editing at the Academy of Art University, and took the offer as a way to break into the film industry.
I mean, shit.
having worked
I would
as a
take that
production assistant.
opportunity. Like, if
Yeah.
I was a film school student and you said, "Hey, you get to direct the thing," actual like names are attached to it. Yeah, fuck yeah, you do that.
I mean, it worked. After that, he got work as a production coordinator on the Simpsons movie.
There you go.
But let's see. Elf Bowling movie began production in Fiji and South Korea before moving into a Simi Valley house owned by Kim's mother, where the film's story reel was edited.
My mom's gonna help with this movie. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, it came out. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Now we're talking.
There's a Blu-ray release as of 2016.
No, I don't think anybody.
I'm just thinking about Robert De Niro in in 1977 he makes New York, and then he's in The Deer Hunter, and then he's in Raging Bull, and he's like, this is incredible, this new Hollywood thing. We're only going to make intensely personal, like artistic masterpieces for the rest of time.
Oh man.
And then it's suddenly
what's this guy working on? This Heaven's Gate?
Yeah, Heaven's Gate. I love it. And then it's 2006, and he's playing the bad guy in Arthur and the Invisibles.
Oh god. The film was panned by critics for its writing, animation, directing, humor, plot, musical numbers, voice acting, characterizations, and for having little or nothing to do with the premise of the game.
So what did they actually like about it?
I don't think there's any, file not found.
Yeah. It's like, I scored the most amazing diet pills off of one of the guys in craft services.
Due to the film's disastrous critical reception, plans for the sequel, titled Elf Bowling 2: The Great Halloween Pumpkin Heist, were immediately canceled.
Yeah, immediately canceled.
Is this serious? This is not The Onion?
Several members of the production planning team were then ritually entombed underneath the studio, so that their spirits might serve the studio for eternity, thereby recouping
the profound debt.
It's the only way they could make up for the losses.
The film received a parody stage adaptation in 2021 by Chapman University Sketch Comedy Group.
Now
that is quite a Wikipedia note.
Right there.
That is quite the Wikipedia note.
Yeah, that's just some college theater kid shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and honestly, God bless
comedy kids.
Yeah, God bless the sketch comedy kids doing what they do. If anybody if anybody deserves to pick up the Elf Bowling mantle, they could probably make a entertaining hour with some friends and some drinks. That's it right there.
Especially in 2021 when when
the
people in college at that time would be children who played Elf Bowling when they were children.
Yeah, that's the perfect scenario, right? I'm not even hating. Those kids knew exactly what they were doing. God bless them for doing it.
It's like, hey, do you remember Elf Bowling? Yeah, I remember Elf Bowling. What a strange thing that was.
What a strange attempt at a media franchise.
Yeah. It's like, oh man. Meanwhile, at a literal movie studio. Okay, guys, do you remember Elf Bowling?
Yes, my kids love it.
I attempt to say yes, I do, while chomping on 3 cigars.
Yeah, exactly. Chomping on 3 cigars at once and trying to find out how to cast every single person you've human trafficked.
I'm still thinking about Cobra's immense capacity to chomp a cigar forever. Go ahead.
No, it's really unfortunate that there's an actual list we can reference.
Yeah.
It was funny, and then it was less funny. Sorry.
Dark.
I just love that bit in The Devil's Candy, which is about the making of the disastrous Bonfire of the Vanities movie, where the producer is on tape in front of a hot mic saying that no, the female lead, we gotta cast her. She's gotta be like, oh, that's what she's gotta be. She's gotta be like, oh.
I don't like the way that sounded.
Luridly sexual.
He is at lunch with a journalist in front of a hot mic saying this. So I asked myself,
That's up there with the guy who like confessed to murder on a hot mic.
yeah, exactly. It's like, of course,
Only, yeah.
State mandated reporting.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
this is interviewer-interviewee privilege, right? You can't talk about this.
You can't.
I
justify
said
this
that
in
was
court
off
of
the
law.
record.
Yeah.
You can't just say something's off the record.
Well, that's the thing that gets me is I always wonder is like, what in the world would this guy have to be ready to say that he would say, no, this part's got to be off the record? Since he is absolutely doing this on the record. He is knowingly doing this on the record. He's like, okay, now it's time for me. Now it's time to turn that off, and I'm going to explain like directly how I am involved in smuggling Nazi gold out of Switzerland.
Oh my god. I'll be right back.
Yeah, maybe it's some sort of like the kind of person that just can't function unless they're currently attempting to implode their own life.
Fun to watch. Not so good to be present for the fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, United Nations peacekeepers, led by you know, the legendary Guile, and his good friend Charlie Blanca.
Just don't make his theme song happen.
I mean, I don't know. I still like the Street Fighter movie. It's a ton of fun. It's so insane. Ah, God. I don't know. Have you read like the oral history of the making of the Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, I've also read the oral history of the making of the game.
Oh,
like
man.
the Street Fighter the movie, the game is wild. It's just like the producer posting on the Shoryuken forums like 15 years ago. It's like, yeah, so like Capcom wanted someone that would do like digitized graphics, and we had experience from like Time Killers. And then like fucking talking about like it wasn't clear to us at first if we were making a like Street Fighter the movie, if we were making Street Fighter 3, like that wasn't obvious at the time.
Oh man, could you imagine if that was announced as Street Fighter 3?
Oh, it would have been chaos.
Okay, so one of the things that I just found out is that the cinematographer for Street Fighter was also the guy who did Rosemary's Baby, Bullet, Paint Your Wagon.
Oh my god!
War Games, Tombstone. Like
an actual human being.
It wasn't like he was new at it.
Yeah, exactly. Like this guy was shit. However, he also directed the film The Legend of the Lone Ranger, which destroyed numerous careers. So I guess that's why he was a cinematographer and not a director. But that's, I don't know, just a movie. I think the Street Fighter movie is the definition of a movie that's better than it has to be.
Yeah. It's also like what did you want a Street Fighter movie to look like exactly?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? There was a guy whose job was keeping cocaine out of Jean-Claude Van Damme's nose, and
that must
he
have been
succeeded
really
sometime.
difficult.
He succeeded sometime.
Like that's more than any of us could have managed.
Yeah, I would not have done better than that man.
You are filming this movie in Thailand. Like there were probably cast members who were sleeping on mattresses that were more cocaine than they were like springs.
Any other constituent part.
Yeah, exactly.
95% cocaine, 5% other.
Yeah, 5% post cocaine content.
Wait, they actually filmed Street Fighter in Thailand?
Yeah.
That is amazing to me.
The people doing digitization work on the game also didn't have access to Jean-Claude Van Damme for more than like 4 hours.
I like to imagine he showed up with pupils that were wider than his actual head. Just sweat pouring off his body. Spitting cocaine ideas as hard as any human being ever has.
This is how I can throw a real Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. I just love that they couldn't get Ken's actor to successfully pronounce Shoryuken. So in the arcade version, instead of in the console version, they overdubbed him and just had someone say Shoryuken. The arcade version, they just said, fuck it, you can just say dragon.
Dragon. Oh, goodness. And I think one of the heartwarming things about making this movie is that, like, Raul Julia knew that he knew that his time
was not long for this world.
So he spent the entire time just like giving his family the most magical like vacation that anyone has ever had. Like they would just stop filming and he would immediately go like ride elephants with his children. just unstoppable dad hours. Oh God, yeah. And one of his just best roles. I don't.
Oh yeah, he fully elevates that to perfection.
I was about to say he takes it to a level where it's just kind of like I know what's happening and I'm just gonna have fun with it.
No one else could have done what he did with Bison.
Well, truly, we did come expecting a madman, and we did find a god.
And for him, it was a Tuesday.
He just sells. He just sells that. He just sells that role.
I remember reading a line about that movie in a Cracked article of all fucking things, where he said he was only doing the movie for his children, and he did so with the glory and honor of a man jumping on a grenade for the same reason.
Absolutely. And he created something beautiful that will.
He did.
It'll last forever.
I mean, I have to say, like, I feel like there's a lot of Eastern media that doesn't like to admit how much it owes to Western media. And that's, like, I feel like the reason M. Bison has been a dictator. But the reason he's been such a part of Street Fighter is because the entire West remembers this incredible Ham performance.
Oh, completely.
Just, like, this is what we want to see.
That's why he's impossible to fully equal.
Like, they can't come up with some weird naked blue guy and expect us to go with the same thing. It's like, no, we need the dictator.
It's Bison or nobody, man. And it's like, and I get it. Like, you can point out, oh no, Bison owes as much to the bad guy from Doom Megalopolis or Riki O as he owes to no, I get that. But
yeah, absolutely.
Not anymore.
I mean,
not anymore.
Like the Riki O guy is in Bison's DNA. That's absolutely there. Inescapable.
Oh, completely.
But Raul Julia's Bison is such an important contribution to it that it'll never truly escape it.
Yeah, that's it. And it should not. I would say even more than that. It should not even try.
Yeah, no. There's no reason to not want to have that be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. No, just a perfectly realized role. You know. Yeah. Oh man.
Unrelated. I just killed a Samus in Smash Bros.
Do you feel vindicated?
I do, a little bit, yeah. Like all Samuses, they were, to put this delicately, a punk bitch. Now I'm fighting a Zelda who's doing timed rounds with no stock limit, which means the only way to end this early is to suicide until the game says, fuck you. Stop doing that.
Stop this.
Stop that shit. But fighting Zelda is such a fucking agony, man. There's no joy in this. This is their character.
There's no joy.
I put a blue sky together today. If you main Zelda, I'm sorry, you're a terrorist, and that's absolutely what this is.
You're not even that sorry.
No, I'm not. Maybe you really like the Legend of Zelda series, but I can't imagine that being the case either. Because if you're just super into the series, you'd main Link. Oh God, she has Pokeballs and assist trophies on. Nope, fuck this. fuck this. There are certain lines I'm unwilling to cross. Sorry, Zelda. Looks like you won.
I love the guys who made that meme. It's like, it's horrible how like over the years Link has become sexier than Zelda. It's like, no, dude, you're just gay.
Yeah,
It's okay for you to just.
It's okay.
You'll be so much happier if you just work this out.
yeah. Like the second you
Why does he keep
figure
looking at
out-
me like that?
The second you figure out this is who you are, you will be a happier and more fulfilled individual. But they did
And
not
it'll probably
make
be more
Link
pleasant for everyone else
sexier.
as well.
You just learned something about yourself.
You were actually perhaps more accurately, you are in the process of refusing to learn something about yourself.
Why is this game so much better every time I make Link not wear a shirt? Nintendo should fix that.
I'm sure some of the pixelation has something to do with it, or lack thereof.
Surely.
Better
Surely.
graphic.
Well, that and like the fact that you can now put Link in a very pretty dress. That's an option.
Yeah.
Here's the
This is
game.
the,
I just keep getting lost in Link's size nowadays. It's
Yeah.
weird. I can't.
The-
But like
very
you
common
can't even
Android
claim
thing.
that's like a Tears of the Kingdom thing. You had that fucking belly dancer outfit in Breath of the Wild, and that was
Yeah,
mandatory. It wasn't like missable.
You were
belly
forced to
dancer
confront that aspect of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So, true confession moment. I've
Listen.
never played a Zelda game.
Oh,
That's fine.
They're good though. You should
Yeah,
play
we're
it.
not gonna, like,
That's fine. They're good.
we're not going to like come after you for that, but like
I know many people who have not.
they are pretty good video games.
Yeah,
the
no,
last
like they're
two-
very popular in my social circles. It's just I haven't.
The last two are probably amongst my favorite games ever.
Yeah, no. Tears of the Kingdom, I haven't played yet, but Breath of the Wild, like spectacular game.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Tears of the Kingdom is Breath of the Wild 2, so Ample Vigor, if you're wondering if you'll enjoy it, you probably will.
No, yeah, I'm very confident of this. I just at the same time, like I have 2 young children. I have a pretty involved job.
Time is a premium.
Yeah, you do not have time to like spend 50 hours on a video game right now. That's acceptable. You're allowed to
Yeah.
not have time.
This is why I mostly play like mobile games.
It's all about that convenience.
Yeah, it's something you can just do while you're waiting in line at McDonald's or whatever the fuck you're doing during your day.
It's also
Yeah,
why
there
it's
it is.
extremely funny that Apple is going for you can play fucking Resident Evil on your iPhone, whatever the fuck.
Can I
It's
just
like,
say imagining playing
people want that.
Yeah,
that
I
game
don't
while
think-
waiting in line?
there people that want to play that game. I don't think there are people that want to play games on their phone.
Yeah, like
And you might
Well,
have
there
already
are
played it
games-
once.
there are games I want to play on my phone. Don't get me wrong, but they're not
Yeah,
Resident
but not
Evil.
that one.
Like, if there's a game I want to play on my phone, it's Sean Baby's Calculords or something
Good
similar.
times.
Right,
that
where
still
it's
available?
Just, I believe so. I haven't checked in forever.
So
Yeah, I
full
think it would be really funny to make. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go.
I was gonna say it would be really funny for them to take Resident Evil and turn it into one of those like shitty like.
It is currently
gotcha
not
games.
available in app stores. That is such a shame.
Yeah, what I absolutely want to see of a Resident Evil 4 mobile edition is just, it's a gotcha, but the only things you can ever get are just random shitty villagers.
The only thing is zombies. That's
Like-
all you can get.
Guy with a
Yeah.
pitchfork.
Every poll is either like one of the lesser Ganados or like or zombie.
Yeah.
Not even like
Your
one
ass
of the
doesn't-
cool Ganados,
Zombie,
like
naked zombie.
like the ladies with the bags over their heads and the chainsaws that you would see in
Oh, the
Mercenaries.
Chainsaw
sometimes.
Sisters, motherfuckers.
Chainsaw Sisters, yeah.
Chainsaw Sisters. No, you don't get Chainsaw Sisters. They're too cool. You get
Yeah.
you get like
You haven't earned
You
it.
get weird old man.
You weird old man.
I like weird old man.
Oh shit, Samus has lines of dialogue now, and they are ...
She's upset. I mean,
She's gone to the Golgo 13 school acting school.
It is one of my favorite things ever that in Gungrave Overdose, Grave has lines, and all of them are just punctuation marks.
Yeah.
That they get across that Grave is not just a cipher. He has opinions on this shit. He just doesn't like talking.
Yeah. I imagine most of his opinions. He just how can I put this? I imagine he just sort of lost faith in the power of expressing his opinions after he was brutally murdered.
Yeah, that probably had something to do with it.
It's like, you know,
he was brutally murdered, and there was a.
It was just like the last time.
Grave.
The last time I spoke up, a dude shot me in the head. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Wait, was there a
It's like, oh,
misprint
you know,
on his
I
grave?
I'm thinking of Gungrave still, and the anime accidentally lists his grave as Blandon Heat.
Landon.
Landon Heat. Oh god.
Imagine getting owned that hard after dying.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I murdered you, and also I owned you.
Yeah.
I owned your name. It's like, oh.
My other
Yeah, I had
favorite
opinions. I
stupid
had
thing about
opinions, like,
Gungrave
I sure
is that
wish you wouldn't shoot me in the head, and then I got shot in the head anyway.
Yeah.
So
Please don't shoot me in the head. Well, that worked great. The other dumb like translation issue of Gungrave is in the OP. There is a final shot of basically a wall just covered in like, you know, the kind of graffiti that like people just write on the walls of bars and stuff. And it's all stuff like "fuck you, bitch," you know, the sort of thing that you would see on the wall of a shitty bar.
Yeah.
But also on there is list of graffiti. There's list of graffiti in English.
nice.
Because they asked for a list of things to put on the wall, and they titled it with, you know, well, here's your list of things, and they put that as one of the things on the wall.
Now I'm thinking of the fucking graffiti in the very first screen of Police Knots that's just like, there's just a dumpster, and there's graffiti on it, and it's just the word fuck.
That is the most likely graffiti you'll find on a dumpster.
It owns so much.
It's like that poster in Achewood that's just the word fucking. Oh yeah, and a crude drawing of two people fucking.
Of course.
Can't forget that.
Of course.
What were you saying, Cassandra?
No,
Yeah.
have you guys seen the train graffiti that just says "slut" in different styles?
Yes.
I've not
I
seen
love
this.
train graffiti. I often seek it out.
Oh,
I think it was a Reddit post a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
But
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh,
that
and like
made it
one
to
looks like the
wider
Sega
internet.
logo.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one I
That
saw.
one's amazing. Just incredible work.
Oh,
Someone's gonna have that as a tattoo now.
oh
That'll be
god.
respectable.
I really hope that like someone
Let's
gets
take
that
a
like as a tramp stamp tattoo.
Yeah,
Complete with, like,
I
Sonic
would
the
respect the
Hedgehog.
shit out of that.
Gee, I needed Halloween ideas.
Sega slut.
Delivering back shots, and every time you do it, there's a ring sound effect.
Oh no! Oh Lord, no!
That was just the most sorrowful wail that came out of Fanboy right now. Oh no!
Like, the problem is that my brain is taking it to its logical conclusion. It's just like you finish and you just hear the like really bit crunch Sega. Now
Oh
I'm in
yeah!
hell.
Oh my god!
Weirdest.
Fanboy Master, a man who lives in a hell of his own creation.
Yeah, like none of us took it to that extreme. That's all you, buddy.
My brain has betrayed me as it so often does.
We are all prisoners of our own minds at all times. Like there's no escaping that fact.
It's like those old, like, you know, the style of mashup that eventually turned into YouTube poop, but it's like, you know, it's nothing but Metal Gear Solid voice, you know, voice clips done to sound like people are having sex.
Now I'm thinking of that fucking. Now I'm thinking of that fucking.
You're pretty good.
Now I'm thinking of that fucking Pebble Beach thing again.
Oh god, that was a good birdie. See if you can beat it next time.
Let's see if you can get it inside mine. Craig, thank God for Craig the Walrus Stadler.
Oh, hey, you're fighting Ridley now. Good job.
I am fighting Ridley. And it's Fusion Ridley. I think it has a specific name now.
Fusion Ha, Ridley.
X Ridley?
Fusion Ha!
Ridley
That's
X.
fun with me.
Oh man.
Got a nice birdie on hole number 9.
And I just love how like just how can I put this? Just how luscious this man's figure is. Because
This Rubenesque man.
that's it. Like this is a man who has earned his shape through like just a devotion to physical pleasure.
I don't know what man you're referring to, and I'm afraid to find out.
Dear Craig the Walrus Stadler.
Oh man, thinking about all those shots of Roger Ebert in the '80s when he was just this fashion plate, but also like just unctuously fat, just lusciously fat. An incredible combination. I love it.
Drain that putt with me.
You can stop anytime, Fanboy.
Why would I stop?
Why would he
That's
ever?
the problem. That's the problem. He can't. Like I can stop anytime I want to. I just don't want to.
I've provided beat the link.
Plenty of visual.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna click that for a minute because I'm fighting a snake who tries way too hard. Like that's normally like not an insult I consider valid, but snake mains like please try less, please.
Please,
Your family, you have a family that loves you. Someone out there cares about you. Please try less at this video game.
Yeah. Just the best death screen in video games, though.
My favorite thing about Pebble Beach, aside from the Craig Stadler clips that is just baffling, is that there is credible evidence to indicate that its fucking game engine was reused for the Saturn game Virtual Highlight.
What?
Incredible.
And
What?
it explains so much about Virtual Highlight. They were
This is
both developed
absurd.
by T&E Soft. And you look at them side by side, and it's like, yeah, that explains a lot about Virtual Highlight.
God, Highlight is just one of the worst things. I don't know.
Highlight made way more sense in Japan when it was a PC game that came out in 1984 than in America where it was an NES game that came out in 1990.
We love to play Highlight, folks. We love to play Highlight. We love to play the fairy tale.
You ever see Super Highlight, known in Japan as Highlight 3, The Space Memories?
Space
The
memories.
space memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's a wild ass game. That game has like I'm trying to remember if that's the one that has like a proto morality meter. It has like a bunch of really weird like you have everything in your equipment has weight, including money, and there is an item that exchanges your money for larger denominations so that it takes up less weight.
That's lovely.
It is a truly baffling game. The Sega Genesis version that we got also has like a point where you can buy like you can find in the fucking shop something that just says like bunch of Genesis games, and if you buy it the game's description just says it's a joke.
It's a
Oh.
It's
That's up there with the fucking Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts selling the secrets
the
to stop and swap
secret.
for more currency than is in the game.
Oh
And
no.
if you hack it, it just says maybe it's just better. Maybe the secret to stop and swap is the friends we made along the way.
Specifically, he says, if I told you the real secret, I would have to kill you.
Oh
That wasn't
God.
even the first time they did that. In the Banjo-Kazooie racing game for the Game Boy Advance, Banjo Pilot, if you, like, it would take absurd amounts of grinding, but there is a secret to stop and swap for getting 9,999 of the in-game currency. And if you actually buy it, the fucking shopkeeper is just like, why don't you just stop playing this game and swap it for a nice book?
Goggle Bob, I don't think you're going to beat this guy with 17 HP.
I can do this. I'm trying to find the secret to the pattern here.
Like in raw chaos theory sense, eventually you will complete it.
Like, he cannot have that much health.
I don't know, man. His health is measured in hues of red on a Game Boy Advance screen. He could still have like 90% of his hit points this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drain that putt with me.
Oh, there's a slight threatening quality about that.
It could mean so many things, but none of them are pleasant.
Yeah, none of them are nice.
That's it. He's like, this man does not live. This man does not live in a nice, like, slice of the world. He lives in a world where you have to, you have to like drain putts and make the cut. And
Can you make the cut?
Can you?
I don't know, and I'm okay with not finding out, you know?
It's like, oh.
A lot quicker than I thought.
All right, fine.
So next time, Goggle Bob has to play a bunch of Jaguar games on the now functional Jaguar emulator, Big PMU.
Oh, is it like accurate? Like, does it like
I have
it
played Fight
accurately,
for
like-
Life and Club Drive within this past week.
My God. Like their native, like 15 frames per second?
Yep.
That's incredible.
I played some White Men Can't Jump. Got a lot. I played as I'd forgotten how good the team names are. I played as the Muscle Boys with a Z.
The muscle
Dear.
boys.
And my two characters were named Burger and Stomp.
Oh my God.
And the entire game, like more than once a second, some like inane batshit insanity is like flashing across the top of the screen in a different font. Banged, hacked, straight to the hoop.
Handle up the high homie beef.
I will never forget fucking Sean Baby's simulation, banging up high the handle, homie beef.
Oh God, wait, and can't jump.
Just the notion of producing the worst NBA Jam knockoff in human history. Like, I've played a lot of bad basketball games. That is the worst basketball game I've ever played.
It's like, gentlemen, we are not going to stop until we have made a world historically shitty game.
Until we have just, like, ruined the concept of basketball forever.
Yeah, that's it. But I want to
Like a John Boy's video.
Space Jam, the video game?
No, Space Jam the video game is bad but passable NBA Jam with only 2 teams.
I mean, I was cracking a joke, but I shouldn't be surprised that actually exists.
Oh, yeah, my apologies.
Unless we're talking about the more recent beat-em-up game, which was inexplicably not a basketball game in any way.
But yeah, and then of course,
I assumed we were all just talking about LeBron James appearing in the Smash Bros. Knockoff for WB properties. The name escapes me.
Remember? Yeah, that was Multiverses. Remember how they were very excited about how well that was doing? It was in season 2, and then like it fell off a cliff, and they were like, "It is in beta."
It
They'll
never
be back later.
existed.
You know, the only,
Surely
the only
Multiverses
thing-
will come back from the cigarette store.
Oh shit!
Did you-
I was
My
momentarily
stream
lost.
froze. Goggle Bob, did
Yeah.
you Ridley yet?
Yeah, you're just down to like 1 frame every 10 seconds.
Don't worry, I beat Ridley.
Yay! It says you're
We'll
offline
just
now.
take your word for it.
It says you're offline now. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, I see. I have a little red. It couldn't deal with Ridley.
We'll just have to take your word for it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, we
it
all
might be
choose to
back
believe
now. Is it back?
We choose to believe.
Yeah, you're alive
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
It's not moving or anything.
Well, I had to pause to look at the colors changing.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I see you. I see you. Fighting the X parasite now.
I get a little frustrated because as I recall, the only song from the Space Jam soundtrack that is not on Spotify is "Hit 'Em High," the Monstars anthem.
Can't believe
Okay,
that.
but that's like on YouTube, like with the video. You can see you can see Be Real and Coolio doing their thing.
Yeah, it's true. That's true, and that is good. You know, it's bad when I'm in the car and I want to listen to "Hit 'Em High," the Monstars anthem, because that shit is
that's the anthem for our time.
It is, man. It is an unspeakably good song especially when you consider that it was invented to it was a novelty song for a children's movie. They're like, no, we're not going to half-ass this.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're going to create the rap version of the Traveling Wilburys, and then we're just going to go as hard as we possibly can.
I'm just going to point out the fact that, like, reality is apparently, I noticed this the other day, I technically still have tracks from freaking jock jams on my rotation.
Slam, bam, thank you, man.
Yeah, and it was basically an album built for, like, I don't know. How
do you feel about the jock jam?
Ambivalent.
The jock jam? What is the jock jam?
It is a weird medley of like a bazillion things that you would hear on jock jams that was included on one of the later jock jam volumes.
See, I feel this is lazy. I can't support this.
How many fucking volumes of jock jams were there? Okay, so there are 6 volumes if we also count the all-star jock jams.
I mean, I would hope we do.
Here we are.
Okay. Oh god. And
this feels like a final boss rush area that you're in right now.
I mean, this is the final lead up to the finale. That we're like practically at the end.
No, that's why Goggle Bob's still going.
Yeah, no, we are. In fact, this isn't a boss rush area. Beat, you may be familiar with where we are.
I'd like to point out that the full title of the Jock Jam is ESPN Presents The Jock Jam.
Oh my, that is quite the name.
What? Yes, Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen. It is the '90s. It's sports. It's Sports Center. They're about to.
Time for Jock Jams.
It is time for Jock Jams.
So, songs sampled by orders of songs and samples used by order of appearance. Got Michael Buffer's screaming, "Let's get ready to rumble."
All right.
Oh yeah.
Get ready for
Not
this.
really a
by
song, but it's definitely an important piece of culture. Okay.
Tag Team's "Whoomp," there it is.
All right.
Technotronics, "Pump Up the Jam."
Oh yeah.
Amber, "This Is Your Night." Faith No More, "Be Aggressive." Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, "It Takes Two." Real to Real,
Man.
"I Like to Move It." The Good Men, "Give It Up."
Every time you say one, it gets stuck in my head.
Yeah, like
And then
that's where I'm at.
Defense.
the Out Here Brothers, "Boom Boom Boom." Dan Patrick, "Simply en Fuego," quote. Keith Olbermann, "Welcome to the Big Show," quote. 69 Boys, "Tootsie Roll."
The
Two
idea
Unlimited
of
Twilight
sampling Keith Olbermann is just wonderful to me.
Zone. 2 Unlimited, "Twilight Zone." The Bucketheads, "The Bomb." These sounds fall into my mind. Black Box, "Strike It Up." The Jock Jam Cheerleaders, "Action Boys Action." Gary Glitter, "Rock and Roll Part 2." Chris Berman, "He Could Go All the Way," quote.
He could go all the way.
Jock Jam Cheerleaders, "Hey Hey You." Village People YMCA.
Wasn't Gary Glitter like just
He's a super pedophile.
famously the most pedophile to ever pedophile? Like
He was up there.
I mean, he was in the same country as fucking Jimmy Savile, so he's not the number one. But
right.
Black Box, everybody.
What if someone put it? It's like, Jimmy, if you ask someone to come up with if you ask someone to spend like an hour to come up with someone more evil than Jimmy Savile, they couldn't do it.
it would take a great deal of effort. Black Box, everybody, and CNC Music Factory, "Gonna Make You Sweat," parentheses, "Everybody Dance Now."
Everybody dance.
I love it like when they realize that like the song is super famous but nobody knows the name, so we're just gonna like put the thing that everybody knows
everyone
in the
knows
title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
Also,
like save you all some time. It's just considerate.
I have an X-Files spec script idea for where an entire club full of dancers is brought near to the brink of death by what might be tainted ecstasy, or it might be a cursed remix of "Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now" by CNC Music Factory.
Okay, see, I feel like that you could that would be a pretty good X-Files episode, or the only like a SCP article worth reading.
So I'm gonna bring up a tangent to the jock jams.
I'm just gonna wait. If I can just say for a moment that is absolutely a modern retelling of Mask of the Red Death. That is what we're talking about here. Okay, moving on.
so there was a spin-off set of albums, Jock Rock, that died in 1999 with Jock Rock 2000.
Didn't even make it to 2000. That's tragic.
But my favorite thing about this is Jock Rock 2000 is full of things that just have absolutely no business being anywhere near here. Flagpole Sitta?
Ooh.
Semi-Charmed Life by
No. These are not like songs I would think of like, running to.
Yeah. It's like, you know what I love? I love songs about crystal meth.
1 Week
These are
Pull
like-
Break Remix.
Good God. This is a gaze into the eye of madness.
The
No
Rockefeller
wonder it was
Cake.
the last one.
Zoot Suit Riot.
Oh yeah, you cannot underestimate how much ska was popular at the time.
That at least is upbeat. Like I can take that one.
Yeah, sure, that one
It
makes
just doesn't
sense.
feel like jock rock to me, if
It's
I'm
not
being real.
jock rock. per se, but,
Absolutely
like,
not.
Jocks
but,
have never liked
but,
ska.
at least that one, I could see myself like, not like silently cursing the radio at the gym on.
Right, you can see people in a stadium kind of bopping to it.
Right. Or like I could
I mean,
see myself
yeah.
exercising with that on and not like feel deep hatred for myself.
Consider the jock jam, the humble jock jam.
The humble stuff.
How many tracks are on that?
There's
All of
like
them.
20. There's a bunch more, but a bunch of them are also credited to something called the Bleacher Creatures. So I think those are things they just sort of made up.
Yeah.
Let's not look any further into the Bleacher Creatures.
I'm thinking about oh god, the Bleacher Creatures. No, I'm just thinking about David Foster Wallace writing an essay. Consider the Jock Jam.
Consider
the jock jam.
Not humblest of nature's creatures, the jock jam. It has lived with us throughout human history.
See, like I would say that the jock jam is perhaps the most braggadocious of all of creatures.
And yet, in the sense that it has been braggadocious since the beginning of time, it becomes humble in our eyes.
Yeah, like it
There you go.
becomes it has transcended its own arrogance.
The first jock rock, I could kind of see most of these actually showing up, at least among the ones I have heard of. We Will Rock You, Blitzkrieg Bop, I
Okay,
Got You,
sure.
I Feel Good, Tequila.
Tequila. That one doesn't.
That's got like a stomping beat to it.
Sure, but like We Will Rock You and Blitzkrieg Bop, sure. Tequila, that feels out of place.
Taking care of business.
I think if you're not thinking of Tequila, you're underestimating how much Pee Wee Herman influenced the generation.
Mm-hmm.
That is
But again,
Track on the
like-
first jock. Okay.
If you picture like in a stadium setting, people are gonna chant along with it, and it's high enough.
okay, yeah, sure. In the stadium setting, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to work at a stadium,
In
so
that-
I'm
in
like,
that-
yeah,
in
no, I
that,
can
I'm a
definitely see that
sense,
playing before a football
Sweet
game.
Caroline also deserves a spot.
Bum bum bum.
Good
And
job.
they find out-
That's at the after party.
The final
I have
song on this
seen
Jock
so
Rock
many
volume.
videos of fucking like baseball games where they are all singing ba ba ba.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Final-
no, absolutely. But
It's
also,
a cultural artifaft of great
boring.
import.
The
Oh hey,
final-
Samus finally turned into her true form, which is lizard.
Yeah, it's got a tongue.
The final volume, the final song on this first volume of Jock Rock was the Sports Center theme.
Oh,
Yeah, all right, sure, why not?
Stereotypes, what?
why not?
Somebody was proud of it.
Ba-ba-da. Wait, is that the Sports Center theme or is that the NFL?
No, that's
Dun,
Monday
dun,
Night
dun,
Football.
dun.
on Fox.
Dun, 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 dun. Man, what was I saying here? What is the Sports Center theme? It's been so long. Oh yeah, do 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 do.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the Sports Center theme.
Also, you
But you know what?
lasted long enough on Metroid that you outlasted me getting.
I outlasted the counter stream. Don't worry,
Oh,
we've
you're
only
not
got 3
supposed to
minutes left.
follow the X parasite there.
What was that?
Were you not
No, you
supposed to
can't follow it.
We'll meet it again soon.
We'll meet again.
Don't
know when.
Don't know when.
The reverse jock jam.
Oh, that is such a lovely idea. The reverse jock jam.
The
That sounds like
unjock.
a terrible porn position.
I was
Yeah,
thinking we
yeah.
could try the reverse
can't-
jock jam tonight.
I can't find any video of the reverse jock jam. I don't think people actually do it.
It's like
You're
one
right.
of those one of those porn positions that exists entirely in the descriptions on Urban Dictionary, up there with 12th base.
I don't want to know what that is, actually.
Well, face, hot Carl.
Oh, God.
The Bismarck.
The Bismarck.
You leave Bismarcky out of this.
The Merrimack and the Monitor.
Not to be confused with Bismarck E.
Marky Mark and the funk.
Return of the Mac. Once again. Return of the Mac. Oh my god.
You said she's just a friend.
Oh,
Okay.
baby, you got what I need.
You knew this was coming.
I appreciate every part of that. Thank you.
He's just a friend. Oh, baby. I feel like it's very important to hit 5 sour notes every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
extremely
yeah.
important.
And I don't mean that as mockery. It's just no, it is
That's the
correct.
spirit of the song.
Yeah. And it sells his clownish emotional desperation.
Clown.
I love it. Yeah. Bismarcky is just so he's communicating his deep insecurity here. And it's beautiful.
He's just a friend.
Is a
Don't
Robert
give me
Goulet CD reverse jock jams?
I don't know what he sounds like.
That's that was a level of insecurity in a song not matched until "Smell Your Dick" came out in 2015. When did that song come out anyway?
Fuck, I want to say that's
Earlier than you're
2009.
thinking.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be ancient by now. "Smell Your Dick" released 2008.
2008.
Depths
Wow.
of the financial crisis.
I was close, but I wasn't there.
I mean, how bad were things? It's like you all day long, you're just watching the economy collapse. Then you get home and the only thing to listen to is "Smell Your Dick" by Risque.
I'm
I
not
remember
remembering.
somebody posted "Smell Your Dick." I saw it for the first time on a forum. It was described as the most obscene song, and I, being me, immediately dug up "I'm a Cunt" by Orange.
Well, okay
Posted
then.
that. And it was like, yeah,
Get on my level.
get on my level, motherfucker.
Get on my level.
I'm now remembering PS2 rap karaoke game Get on Da Mic. God, what all songs were in that?
Spelled D-A.
Yeah, that's why I very specifically pronounced it Get on Da Mic.
Look how much talking Samus does in this game. It's not good.
Okay, video game soundtracks wiki. Tell me what was in this. California Love remix featuring Dr. Dre by Tupac. Dear Mama by Tupac. Still Ballin' by Tupac.
All right, Goggle Bob, I need to comment on this. You just got like Samus's OG outfit, from SA-X, right?
Yes.
But this final cutscene, it's very clearly just a recolor of the fusion suit. It's missing the big, bulky shoulders.
Well,
and everything.
you get
Your bulky shoulders.
you are in that final moment not 100% like Super Metroid, so to speak.
You just reabsorbed aspects of yourself.
Yeah, it's a combination.
All right, fine. I'll give it a pass.
I mean,
this
it is
makes
confirmed by Metroid Dread, and also it's confirmed by various ending screens. But she basically she has slightly a more sleek suit by the end of the game.
Yeah, all right, sure.
That
said, I am waiting for the credits just to see how naked you got Samus.
I don't think very, because
not nearly naked enough.
I was about to say, in this game also particularly, they base it on also your item finding percentage.
I thought like there were like two criteria, and one was like
it's always like a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as of Super Metroid and earlier was always just time, but after Super Metroid, they combined it with items.
Oh, express yourself.
It allows them to do additional ending screens according to speed and collection.
They put in
rate.
2 Sir Mix-a-Lot songs? Name a second Sir Mix-a-Lot song.
Put your titties on the glass.
I was going to say, if you're going to come up with a second one, it's going to be that fucking thing.
That's
the second one they pulled out was Posse on Broadway, a song I've never heard of in my life.
No, they don't Jump on It. Did they not have Jump on It?
No.
Posse on Broadway. That's so weird. Yeah, Jump on It is so weird because Sir Mix-a-Lot is from Seattle, and yet he spends the entire song like shouting out various towns in Texas, also the entire state of California.
Well, that's where you know how to party.
Like one of the only Seattle-based rappers you'll find.
Self-hating Washingtonian.
Seattle, you know, it produces like one or two just absolute greats, and then it just chills out on the entire deal. You know, but
coasted by a lot on having like been the birthplace of grunge.
When you have that, you don't really need a lot else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can coast by on that.
Masahiro Chono. You know,
helmet off.
I missed it by 6 minutes.
Uh-huh.
If I hadn't taken the time earlier to help Beat when he got stuck, I would have done it faster.
You're making it Beat's fault somehow.
Of course it's my fault, and I accept that. I embrace it.
All right.
It is stupid late. I gotta drive to work tomorrow morning, and I gotta get up even before that to run with my brother. So I am going to bed.
All right.
I have
See you next
one last
mission,
thing to say
everybody.
about the soundtrack of Get Onto Mike.
All right, I'm listening.
They have there's Rapper's Delight on here, but there's no indication of if it's the full 15-minute version, because I'm just imagining someone starting that up in a karaoke game and not realizing that they were going to have to like fucking do like a bazillion verses.
That's incredible.
Do we have the part about the peas?
I'm so happy.
Hop the hippie, to the hippie.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
All right, good night.